an engineering marvel that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. Its unique design is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. No more driving around a big, bulky CPAP. Even better, now you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights by calling minicpap.com, 1-800-600-2804. Transcend is FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. You can also add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. So now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't wait. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now. 1-800-600-2804. That's 1-800-600-2804.
Sean Hannity here for my friends at Generator Supercenter, the great American story. Now, this started in 2005 with two brothers selling and repairing generators out of their garage in Texas. Today, they are the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. #1 means more savings for you. When the power goes down, keep your home or business up and running with a Generac standby power system from the Generator Supercenter. Financing available, payments as low as $100 a month. GeneratorSupercenter.com. That's GeneratorSupercenter.com.
Kyle is a dog trainer.
Okay, sit. Good boy.
In his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
1, 2, good.
Kyle knows how to get results, but when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident.
Guilty as charged.
Fortunately, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and know he's getting the right mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
You can listen on the go. Find us on iHeartRadio. 660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report with John David Wells. Must hear radio on 660 AM. The Answer.
Oh, yay, oh, yay, oh, yay. Draw near with faith. Justice will be heard. This is the Wells Report Federal Court. I am Supreme Justice and Lord of all I survey. John David Gavel.
You're right.
866-660-5759. We have two verdicts to render. Is Robert Mueller in the middle of a conflict of interest? Is he guilty of conflict of interest? Yes or no? Is President Trump guilty of anything? Because there's so many things he could be guilty of. He could be guilty of collusion with the Russians, or obstruction of justice, or apparently Jared Kushner's business dealings. He could be guilty of those. And apparently there was also some hint of money laundering. I mean, whatever. Okay? So here's what we've got. Is Robert Mueller guilty of conflict of interest? Is Donald Trump guilty of anything? Let's get to Joey in South Lake. Joey, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Thanks, JD. Mueller guilty?
Yeah.
Trump not guilty. It's just plain and simple.
Trump not guilty. Okay.
Not guilty.
Okay. Well, it's plain and simple. Give us your reasoning.
Well, if you go back to the relationship Mueller and Comey has, I mean, it's like as clear as the nose on your face. These two
Are
guys,
you saying I have a big nose?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen your face, but I have heard your voice, so you must have a big voice. So
thank you.
And a good job, too.
Yeah,
So
whatever.
I think,
Try to fix it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to fix it. Here
Okay.
it is. That's why I believe that Mueller and Comey can't really work together on this. There's a collusion there, just as sure as can be. And the deal with Trump, this all started. Listen, they started talking about trying to impeach him before he was ever sworn in, which is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Holds no water. The Democrats and whoever else doesn't have enough spine to stand up for truth and right. They're trying to get rid of him, and it's time for the U.S. citizens who voted him in to pick up and start picking off these Democrats with votes and working.
Yeah,
this is gonna
end up being is going to end up being a serious blow to regular order politics. What these people need to do is they need to sit down and shut up right now. They need to sit down, shut up, get back to regular business, and leave this president alone, or we're going to fire everybody. We, the people of the United States, are going to fire everybody, including silent Republicans that for whatever reason can't find the stones to support our president. Get with it, guys. Get with it. All right, so that's our first. We need 12 votes. We need 12 jurors. We've had one so far. Let me talk to John in Dallas. Is Mueller conflicted?
I believe he is.
Is Trump guilty?
Guilty of nothing.
Okay.
But
right.
I do have another thing to say, and we'll know if Mueller's honest. If he goes after the crimes we already know that's been committed.
Yeah, then you're talking about like Susan Rice.
All of it.
Yeah.
The leaks.
Yeah.
The emails, the collusion with the problem with the Hillary selling her office favors, and the unmasking and also the typing of all the people that Obama people were doing.
All right. Thanks much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. Hank in Fort Worth, welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Yes, and yes.
Okay. Is Mueller conflicted?
Yes, he is.
Is Trump guilty?
Yes, he is. We're all guilty of something. But
No. I mean, of all the things,
of
all the things he's been accused of so far, is he guilty?
No, heck no.
Well, then why'd you say yes for? You're screwing up my form.
I said it because we're all guilty of something.
We're all guilty of something. Yes, Hennick, we are all guilty of something.
Sorry, JD. You too.
You're killing me. You're killing me. I'm guilty of nothing.
Bless you.
I'm as pure as the driven snow.
I know.
No, it's not true. Absolutely not true. By the way, the Democrats have won the game 11 to something or other. They put their closer in. So what was this guy's name? 11-2. Okay, Cedric. What's his name? They put their closer in, and this guy is actually a no-kidding closer. DeSantis got the last hit off of him with a really good swing. Yeah.
Cedric Richmond. He is from the 2nd District in Louisiana.
That guy can pitch. I mean, he can pitch. Okay. And DeSantis can hit. This was a pretty good baseball game. It didn't suck.
Yeah. And it was 11-2.
Yeah.
And this is the first time. This is the right now the record overall.
Yeah.
The Democrats are 40-39-1.
Yes.
And the Republicans are 39-40-1.
Well, okay. So
and
last
they've been
year
playing since 1909.
and last year the Republicans won on a walk-off. Is that right?
Correct.
All right. Cool deal. Thanks much. Appreciate it. Let's get back to the jury at hand. Michael in Dallas. You get to vote now. Is Mueller conflicted, yes or no?
No.
No. Is Trump guilty, yes or no?
Trump is guilty.
Of what?
He said it. He said it himself. His own mouth makes him guilty. But let me say this.
Yes.
The reason why I think Mueller can do this job is
but
in the court systems of America,
yes,
you have a prosecutor. The prosecutor presents evidence to a grand jury. In this case, the grand jury is the House of Representatives. I'm sorry,
No, you're right. The House of Representatives.
And
well, that's
if he was convicted of or impeached, which isn't going to happen because he's going to resign. But if he was impeached, then the Senate would then vote. So the evidence will be looked at. But he put together a good team, whether they have thoughts of their own or not. They are presenting evidence to a grand jury who will then convict if Trump is man enough to actually go through.
So you don't have any problem with the fact that this supposed independent counsel is hiring Democrat Party. You don't have any problem with that.
Prosecutor independent when he prosecutes a crime if he takes a crime if he thinks he has enough evidence to present a crime to the grand jury. No.
Why do we have a special counselor in the first place? Well, except this is a special counsel. They're supposed to be essentially independent. So why is it that we've got a stone Democrat running the thing?
Well, let me ask you this: why did Sessions lie in front of Congress? Why did Trump lie?
No, okay. I'm not going down that road with you. Not going down that road with you. Let me get to Harlan in Gun Barrel City. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hi, John David. By the way, you do a good Walter Cronkite.
Thank you very much. Walter Cronkite and I are old friends. I've been criticizing him for years and years, and I'll continue to because I think the man lost the Vietnam War.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
So is Mueller conflicted, yes or no?
Absolutely, he is.
Okay.
And of course.
Is President Clinton, now I'm getting to President Clinton, is President Trump guilty of anything?
No.
Okay.
Except getting up in the morning.
Well, yeah, shame on him. Omelet. Yeah, okay. Thanks very much. Okay, so that's 5. We have 5 votes now. Okay? We need 7 more. 866-660-5759. Vicki in Fort Worth, welcome to the Wells Report. Is Robert Mueller conflicted, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Is President Trump guilty of anything, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Got any reasoning?
Just if he was guilty of something, it would have already come out. They can't find anything. There are people that are guilty of things that are not even being looked at. It's a
really?
I mean, obviously, there's been information leaked. Somebody's guilty of that.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. And that's one of the things we're dealing with right now. The fact that now we know that Jared Kushner is being investigated. Well, that's a leak. That's a felony right there. Who are these people leaking this information?
Well, I mean, Comey leaked. He admitted it. What about him?
I don't know. You're right. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. 866-660-5759. We're halfway home. We have 6 votes. We need 6 more. Let me get to Doug in Keller. Doug, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. I want to know whether or not
I think Mueller is definitely conflicted. He's Comey's best friend.
Okay.
And I think that it places him in a position that he shouldn't be in right now.
Okay. And what about
Trump is not guilty. If they're going to do an investigation on Russia, they need to start out with Tony Podesta's brother, John Podesta, and the Podesta Group, trying to get those sanctions removed from Russia during this whole scam, as well as the sale of Uranium One. That'd be a great place to start about Russian involvement.
All right. Thanks much. I appreciate it. Let me get to Kurt in Burleson. Kurt, thanks for calling. Is Robert Mueller conflicted?
It's Bedford, but Burleson is lovely. And Mueller is not only conflicted personally, having a personal relationship with Comey, he's conflicted on a political level, too. That's a direct violation of the ethics code for a counselor. And the people that he's hired, one is a email defender for Hillary.
Yep.
They've all given money to the Democrat Party, and the list goes on, and it's long and distinguished, unlike Walter Cronkite's reputation.
Indeed. Trump guilty or no guilty?
Not guilty,
okay,
Your Honor.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this. By the way, and yes, it is the Wells Report Federal Court today. We are trying to determine first if Robert Mueller is conflicted. And we also need to know if Donald Trump is guilty of anything. There are 3 or 4 things out on the table at this particular moment. We have 8 votes in, need 4 more. Let's get to Daniel in Dallas. Thanks for joining us, Daniel. Is Robert Mueller conflicted?
Absolutely. I feel like he's got an agenda in this.
You think he has an agenda?
Yeah.
What do you believe it is?
I just don't think he likes Trump.
Okay. What about Donald Trump? Is he guilty of anything?
No, and I'm very much a statistics and evidence person. If they haven't found anything yet, and we're talking about the FBI here,
yeah,
the greatest, investigators in the world, they haven't found anything yet. There is nothing. How long have they been going at it? What, 3 months, 4 months, something like that?
Well, they don't talk about what they figured out yet either. They present their cases after they're done and they're not finished yet. So yes, you would think that we would have heard something by now. But I don't believe that's the case. I think that the American people need to stand up and get busy with President Trump. I think that's important. Let's get to John in Arlington. John, thanks for joining us. Is Robert Mueller conflicted, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not only conflicted, he's part of this whole deal.
You think he's part of it?
Yeah.
He's part of this deep state mess.
Oh, yes, he's part of it. They've been together. They know exactly what they're doing. And the only thing Trump is guilty of is keeping these guys quiet.
Okay. All right. So you believe that Trump is innocent?
He's absolutely innocent. The guy is in a strange land, and they want to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate your call. I appreciate it. Jim in Mesquite, thanks for joining us. Tell us whether you believe Mueller is conflicted, yes or no.
Mueller's guilty as sin, up to his neck. I mean, if he's a real man, we'll find out if he's a man or not by recusing himself. He should have done so already, at least with respect to his investigation of Comey.
Yeah, okay. What about Trump? Is he guilty of anything?
We don't even know what crime. It's ridiculous. They keep saying collusion with the collusion with the Russians of what?
I don't know. I have no idea.
This is just bizarre. I mean, it sounds like it's some hideous crime, but until you specify what it is, it certainly can't be anything to do with the voting machines. That would be ridiculous.
Right.
There's no way to go to all of the different precincts in the whole United States. And
not only that, but all the intel people say that there's been no impact on the American election whatsoever. So what are we doing here?
On top of that, the Podesta emails. I mean, the Russians don't need our help to get into. That fool and that fool programmer sit there and might as well have said, "Hey, here's our password. Go ahead, help yourself."
His password was password. Really? Seriously, John? How about Podesta backwards? That would be a good. That's better than password. All right, we have 11 jurors.
I'm screwed.
We've heard from 11 jurors. We need one more. We need one more juror. 866-660-5759. We'll put that, we'll get that last juror next. And then what we'll do is we'll put the results up. We need to know whether or not you believe that Robert Mueller is conflicted, yes or no. Is President Trump guilty of anything, yes or no? You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? Are you tired of paying high fees and commission even when you lose your money? How would you like to have guaranteed growth and a lifetime of income you could never outlive? Then join Brian Baker for the Smart Money Radio Show every Saturday at 5 p.m. Brian is an expert and can give you the answers to those questions and will teach you how to be smart with your money. That's Smart Money Radio with Brian Baker every Saturday at 5 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer.
Hi, this is Andy Tuttle, host of Tuttle Talk every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer. We're in a real estate market where there's a lot of difficulty, but in difficulty, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Buying, selling, avoiding foreclosure, modifying your credit, all these things are so important to your livelihood. This show is dedicated to cutting through some of the big headlines that you see out there and teaching you how to win in any marketplace. Thank you for tuning in to Tuttle Talk every Sunday, 4 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer. I look forward to speaking with you.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange, where they want you to know how much great stuff they've got on hand right now for your dad. Here comes Father's Day, and maybe this wouldn't be your first thought. Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange for dad? Yes, indeed. Watches, jewelry, rare coins, things that he can invest in with precious metals, gold and silver eagles, great stuff that dad's going to love. Collectibles, Rolexes previously owned, so you save some money. Father's Day right around the corner. Let's get something great for dad that you just can't find anywhere else. Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange, DGSE.com for the locations, Dallas, Arlington, Southlake, and Euless. Of course, it's still your headquarters for your precious metals investing and anniversaries and birthdays and engagements. But don't pass up Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange for dad for Father's Day. There's something there that dad's going to love, and you'll love shopping there. Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange, Dallas, Arlington, Southlake, and Euless, DGSE.com for all the locations, DGSE.com.
I'm Aaron Katz. You might remember me from my radio show or my company with Little Red Trucks. Have you ever wondered why some people suffer from irrational fears like fear of heights, public speaking, or needles? For example, needles used to make me sick until I fixed it. It's because most irrational fears are created from a traumatic experience. It's a form of PTSD that affects many people. The good news is that fears from PTSD can be controlled, and you don't need a lot of prescription drugs or years of therapy to do it. As a certified NLP practitioner, I've learned how to help people eliminate their fears and change their lives. I do it by setting positive and negative triggers and activating them simultaneously. The positive neutralizes the negative, and it doesn't affect you any longer. It's the same as combining red dye and blue dye. The red and the blue both disappear, and it leaves purple. If you or someone you know has an irrational fear that's limiting them in some way, I can help. Visit my website, littleredtrucks.net. That's plural, Little Red Trucks, and it's .net. Let's get to work.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, then listen to Mark.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic. I'll be totally honest. I tried a different product, and I wasn't happy with the different product. You guys are considerably cheaper than the other brand, and I can really feel the difference.
Andro 400 Max, the extra strength, all natural testosterone booster. The safe, easy, and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Feel and look like a new man. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
If you run your own business, when you're not on the job, you're on the road. In your van. Signs that say detour and do not enter are just plain bad for business. Well, here's a sign that's great for business. It says 0% financing and up to 2 years complimentary scheduled maintenance on Mercedes-Benz Sprinter or Metris vans. Powerful, capable, and affordable. That's Mercedes-Benz Van Power. With pioneering safety technologies and low total cost of ownership, Mercedes-Benz vans are the right choice for your business. Check out the full lineup of Mercedes-Benz vans starting at just $25,995. 0% financing and up to 2 years complimentary scheduled maintenance. That's van power for all. Mercedes-Benz Vans. Born to run.
Starting at price refers to base model Metris worker cargo van. Excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep fee. Please see your dealer or go to mvvans.com for further details and exclusions.
Dallas, Fort Worth's home for stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer. The Wells Report is on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. Andy in Burleson, our final juror. Is Robert Mueller conflicted, yes or no? Hello, Andy man. Andy man. Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio. Hey, Andy boy. Hey. All right, then. Let's get to Mike. He'll be our final juror then. Mike, welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, what I want to say is,
yeah, well, you have to fill in for Andy, who is spacing out.
I'm filling in for Andy.
You're filling in for Andy.
There was a fellow that just called and he said that Donald Trump is a foreigner and that everybody's trying to teach him a lesson in Washington D.C.
Yeah, talk to me. Well, he meant a foreigner.
Swamp.
Well, hang on. Whoa.
And we're falling into the trap.
Is Mueller conflicted? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Is Donald Trump guilty of anything? Yes or no?
From everything that anybody has ever said, absolutely not. But we got to quit falling in the trap.
Well, here's the thing. It's not a trap that we fell into. It's a trap that's been executed around the president.
No. I'm saying in our, doing the commentaries and the things that we're talking about.
Yeah, but the thing about it is this. You know this. I know this. The president needs to ignore all of this and just move on with his agenda.
Correct, and he's doing his job.
And he is.
But we're his supporters. We're his warriors out here, and we're following all the garbage that the liberals are wanting us to follow, so that we're distracted from healthcare, taxes, economy.
Yeah, but the thing about it is we also need to be reminded that Robert Mueller is indeed suffering from a conflict of interest, and Donald Trump, at least so far, is not guilty of anything. We have to remind people about that too, Mike. But thanks for the call. This is the Wells Report.
Hi, everybody. Dennis Gibbs
David,
here. You know, the
your
boat
food is
guy.
here.
Talking about boats, boating, lakes, marinas, and, well, if it floats, we talk about it. The advice we give is the best you will ever hear. They call it expert advice. Between myself, Boating Royalty, Lake Level Ginger, and Brother Strick, you hear only intelligent talk. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. on 660 a.m. The Answer, the Big Boat and Outdoor Show, brought to you by DallasBoatsForSale.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Foster with Guardian Financial Management and the host of Plain Talk No Worries Financial Hour. Heard right here on 660 a.m. at 4 o'clock every Saturday. Do you know why the stock market did so well in the 80s and 90s and why there have been 2 major crashes in the last 16 years? You need to know the reasons why so you can make the right decisions for your family. Listen to Plain Talk No Worries here every Saturday at 4 o'clock and we will pull back the curtains and show you the truth. That's 4 o'clock on Saturday right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
My legs were awful. I always felt uncomfortable and self-conscious.
I had never been real happy about the spider veins in my ankles and my legs.
I started noticing fatigue in my leg.
I was so self-conscious. Then I went to Vein Clinics of America.
It's time to love your legs again. Vein Clinics of America is the oldest, largest, most experienced vein treatment center in the U.S. Using state-of-the-art laser and minimally invasive treatments, they can begin restoring the natural beauty of your legs in as little as 1 hour with no downtime, and most treatments are covered by insurance.
I found the Vein Clinics of America, and look at my legs now.
You just feel like, you know what, I want to do so much today. It's such a big difference.
My experience with Vein Clinics of America was amazing.
Make sure your legs look and feel their best for summer. Call now to schedule a free fast-track consultation to find out how you can finally get rid of those embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Call 800-300-3388. 800-300-3388. That's 800-300-3388.
Ransomware is software that can infiltrate your business through email, enabling cyber criminals to hijack sensitive information as ransom for your own data's release. Leveraging Barracuda email security with advanced threat detection can stop a ransomware attack in its tracks. As an added measure, Barracuda Backup allows you to recover your data without having to surrender to extortion. Crime doesn't pay when you protect your business data with Barracuda. Go to barracuda.com/ransomware to learn more. This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler.
I want to thank members of Congress, their staffs, and baseball fans across the country for supporting tonight's congressional baseball game.
President Trump also asking for prayers for one GOP player not on the field tonight. House Majority Whip Steve Scalise shot yesterday morning during practice, undergoing 3 surgeries so far. He's in critical but stable condition.
The burden of danger is off, and that is the greatest relief we have.
Putnam County, Georgia Sheriff Howard Sills after 2 escaped inmates were captured near Shelbyville, Tennessee. They fled a prison transport bus after allegedly killing 2 guards. Done deliberating for the night, jurors weighing the evidence in the Bill Cosby sexual assault trial. Earlier today, they told the judge they were deadlocked. They were told to keep trying to reach consensus. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Ron Johnson from Utah. After 10 weeks of taking Andro 400, I lost 13 pounds, and my waist went from 36 to 33. That was 8 years ago. I continued to take Andro 400, and I've maintained my weight at 172. Gained muscle and energy. I'm 63 now and feel better than I have in 30 years.
Andro 400, the natural way to increase testosterone, lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great. Try Andro 400, the safe, effective, affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
It's their birthday, but they've got something for you. Hi, Mark Davis and my friends at Viascan of Las Colinas, celebrating 16 years of saving lives. Why not yours? Early detection is the key, right? That's why I'm in there. I got a family history situation, heart disease, cancer. I'm in there every year, and you should be as well. and they've got wonderful 16th anniversary prices. It's their birthday, but they're giving you the heart scan and the body scan for $595. $595, that's what it cost when they opened their doors in 2001. It's thousands at local hospitals, so do check it out. Viascan of Las Colinas, 972-739-2840. 972-739-2840. The heart scan looks for heart plaques and blockages. The body scan looks for early signs of cancer. Let's beat these diseases down and live a long, happy life. Viascan of Las Colinas, $595 for both scans. Always safe, never claustrophobic. You love it. I love them. 972-739-2840, or just Google Viascan.
If you're an unincorporated business owner, it's too late for you. That is, if you've already been sued and lost your home, your car, and your family's life savings. But if you haven't been sued yet, there is still time to incorporate and protect your personal assets. And if you do it right now, you can incorporate in just 10 minutes, because Incorporate.com is now giving away a free incorporation guide to all business owners. For your free 10-minute incorporation guide, call now, 1-800-300-9596. Incorporation is the shield that protects your personal assets. Without it, you could lose everything. That's why at Incorporate.com, they just make incorporating or forming an LLC quick and easy. They don't provide legal or financial advice. If someone sues tomorrow, will you lose everything? Don't wait until it's too late. Hurry and call now for your free 10-minute incorporation guide while they're still giving them away for free. Call 1-800-300-9596. That's 1-800-300-9596. 1-800-300-9596.
Message and data rates may apply. It's exciting. You're thinking about going back to school, completing your degree, and advancing your future. But right now, you have more questions than answers. Like, how fast can I complete my degree? Can I transfer my credits? Can I make this work with my job and family? How much will it cost? All smart questions. The key to answering them can be found with your smartphone. We're Southern New Hampshire University. Send us a text and we'll bring the answers. Learn about SNHU plus the top 3 financial aid mistakes and how to avoid them by texting CREDIT to 554433. You'll also learn about our exciting, affordable, high-quality online programs, about our tradition and reputation for success since 1932. And we'd love to tell you how we provide all the individual flexibility, support, and encouragement needed to maximize your success. Southern New Hampshire University. Online, on campus. See yourself succeed. Learn about SNHU plus the top 3 financial aid mistakes and how to avoid them by texting CREDIT to 554433. Text CREDIT to 554433.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, co-owner of Statewide Remodeling. You know, if you're considering replacing the windows in your home, you probably know there are a bunch of companies to choose from, and we all got good things to say about ourselves. But you have to read between the lines. Do they have a showroom where you can see full-size displays? Do they manufacture their own windows? Or do they buy them from a manufacturer and you get to pay the additional markup for the middleman? Are their windows designed for Texas climate? Or do they have one-size-fits-all? And lastly, what's their warranty like? They all look good when they're new. I'm happy to tell you that Statewide Remodeling has a showroom where we manufacture our own windows that are designed for Texas climate and have the longest warranty in the industry that includes workmanship for as long as you own your home. It even covers glass breakage and screen damage, and our prices won't break the bank. We offer 100% financing and discounts for cash on completion. So if you're ready to get new windows from a company who's been in business for 23 years, call us now in celebration of our 23rd anniversary. We're offering 23% off the price of the whole project. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095.
Hi, this is Larry Patterson with Glass Doctor. If you're using a contractor to restore hail damage to your home, insist on them using the specialists at Glass Doctor for any glass or window damage. Many contractors use a fly-by-night glass company with no warranty. Your insurance company will only pay once to get the work done, so get it done right. With a lifetime warranty, only from the specialists at Glass Doctor. To see how quick and easy it is, visit glassdoctor.com today.
Call the Glass Doctor.
Why? You just called.
Learn a little something at the start of your day.
Different
the
town.
Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer.
You want to move on?
Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Let me get to Kurt in Grapevine. Kurt, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello. Hey, take us off the speakerphone. Speakerphone. Take us off the speakerphone.
No, you're not a speakerphone. You're on my headphones. But
You have to take us off the speakerphone, Kurt.
Okay.
Take us off the speakerphone.
How about that?
Better, not perfect.
Sorry. I have nothing else. I'm sorry. I got nothing else.
Okay, fine.
All right.
So what's going on?
The first guy, what's his last name?
Mueller. Robert Mueller.
Mueller. I lost my train of thought. Mueller's guilty, and our President Trump is guilty.
Of what?
Of not keeping his campaign promise to prosecute Hillary.
Prosecute
That's all I gotta
Hillary.
say.
Well, we don't know that that's true. Okay, so I have it on from a reasonably good source. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have it from a reasonably good source that there are some of those investigations that are still going on strong. And I can't.
Okay, go ahead.
I can't tell you more than that because it was off the record. All I can tell you is that indeed there are investigations that are still going on, and with regards to this Robert Mueller thing, President Trump is going to have to start saying, and so is Jeff Sessions. They're going to have to get together and they're going to say, okay, if this is the way we're going to play ball, then let's start playing ball. Let's do a special prosecutor for Hillary Clinton's. Let's do her server. Let's do a special prosecutor for Susan Rice. Let's do a special prosecutor for the spying on Americans by the Obama administration. Let's do those three right now. Okay, and if they do that, then some of this will come to an end. But they're going to have to start doing this. They're going to have to join the big fat food fight, or they're going to get swept up in it. That's what I think.
Agreed. Now, I went by the fact that when he was interviewed by whoever he was interviewed by about doing that, prosecuting Hillary,
yes,
he said, well, the Clintons are nice people. They're nice people. And he kind of went the direction that I interpreted that he most likely wouldn't, because he has he didn't want to actually do that because they're nice people. And that to me was like, wait a minute, you went through all of that going on about getting a special prosecutor to investigate her situation, and all of a sudden now he's president. Well, I don't know. They're nice people. Well, okay, so that was a kind of a letdown for me.
Well, they're gonna force him into recanting on that. They're gonna force him to. I mean, and that's the only way to get it done. I mean, the thing to do is honestly, let's go out into the Rose Garden, put a table out there. I'm gonna walk out of the West Wing, and I'm gonna sit down at the table. And I'm going to say, my fellow Americans, sometimes what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And what we're going to do here is we are going to go ahead and join the Democrat Party in the new political motif of, if it moves, prosecute it. So I am announcing special prosecutors for Hillary Clinton's email, for Susan Rice's unmasking, for Susan Rice and the Obama administration spying, which is actually a double dip on Susan Rice. Here are the special prosecutors. I'm going to have them. They're going to be completely independent. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from soup to nuts with every single one of those persons. It's going to go and go and go for as long as Robert Mueller wants to continue his work. We're going to go ahead and do this too, and we'll just all go down in a big, gigantic flame ball together. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say, and then thanks very much for your kind attention. God bless America. By the way, we've got another thing going here, which is a country I'm trying to run. But we've just got to play these politics first. You tell your side to quit, and I'll tell my side to quit. How about that? And then let's see if we can't get on with the business of America. That's what I would do if I were the president.
Right. Well, and as far as Mueller is concerned, it's not that Comey told him to do something that he shouldn't have told him to do. It's the fact that he actually did it. guilty, so he didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't forced into that. He Comey told him, "This is what I wanted you to do to manipulate the situation." He could have said, "No, I can't do that. I can't do that." But he actually did it, so he's definitely guilty.
Well, there are all kinds of things that are wrong here. And what we have to do is we have to decide as supporters of Donald Trump to continue supporting Donald Trump. Donald needs to go down the special prosecutor road. That's all there is to it. Paul in Grapevine, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I think if we're going to do the special prosecutor route, let's just go ahead and dig Ken Starr up and have him go after Hillary's conservator.
Yeah, let's see if Ken Starr wants to get back after the Clintons.
I mean, he did pretty good the first time.
Yeah,
really. I mean, it wasn't
yeah,
his
he
fault.
did. Yeah, he did. But that's not going to work. Honestly, he is not going to get anywhere close to that. I mean, if you mention the word special and prosecutor, within 25 minutes in any conversation, he leaves the room.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Hey, one other thing. How soon or at what point can somebody go after Maxine Waters for sedition?
Well, there are a lot of people that are falling into that trap. The president again is going to have to bring that up. And once again, he's trying.
No proof. She's just drum beating, and
Yes.
she doesn't have anything except saying the word impeachment 1,000 times.
Yes.
And by doing that, that's trying to bring down a president with no legal reason.
Exactly. But that's probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen, at least for a while, because the president may not necessarily know about the statute. It's kind of an old statute. It hasn't been used in a long, long time, but I would have brought it up by now if it were up to me. I mean,
somebody should have.
Yeah, somebody really does. And I don't know why that's not happened yet. I don't know why. I don't know. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. Okay, so the congressional baseball game won by the Democrats today. The final score was 11-2. Democrats win. They are 40-39-1. The Republicans are now 39-39-1.
39-40-1.
39-40-1. That's right, because they lost. So the Republicans will have to wait till next year to try to even the score, try to even the records again. So there you go.
They're taking revenge on Trump because Hillary lost.
I guess. Matt said that they were taking revenge on Trump because Hillary lost in the big game. So this is a little game, a less important game, but still, it was good to see him. That was not a terrible baseball game, by the way.
No,
it wasn't at all. It was not a terrible baseball game, which I think is kind of cool. So let's talk a little bit about where we stand regarding protecting our congressmen and senators. Are our congressmen and senators well protected the way they are now? Should they not have additional security? Now, somewhat close to 9/11, and for some time after 9/11, those guys were protected round the clock. There wasn't a whole lot made of it. There really wasn't an overt security detail. But suddenly, each congressman and each senator got a brand new aide that walked around in these very carefully tailored suits and were extremely capable men, and they were serious. I got to meet several of them, and they were new congressional aides. I don't know whether that's going to happen now or not, but what do you think about that? Do our congressmen need additional security? Now, what I would do if I were running the show, I would give them all weapons. Now they could keep them with them or not. It would be completely up to them, but I would give them weapons and training. As a matter of fact, I'd probably give them a shotgun for their house, to defend themselves in their living arrangements. I'd give them a rifle in case they really get into a mess. And then I'd give them a 9mm. And I'd have them carry that on their persons at all times. That's what I would do. Would that be okay with you? I mean, would that be something that you, or would that be something that would concern you? 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. I mean, I think that these people ought to protect themselves because once again, you know, you don't want these people to be unapproachable. I mean, arguably you want the president of the United States to be unapproachable. Arguably you want, say, for example, Supreme Court justices to be unapproachable. I don't know that they are. Their identities and their cars and their living arrangements and so on and so forth are kept extremely, extremely secret. But I don't know that they have constant security. Should our congressmen have constant security with them all the time? 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. In my travels around the country and so on and so forth, in dealing with our senators and our representatives, I have provided ad hoc security from time to time. And it was not anything that was specifically asked for. It was just something that was needed, and I took care of it. And it was recognized by all of them, and they all said thanks. But that being said, I'm also trained, you know, so what the hell? But I was surprised that didn't happen more often. I was surprised that these guys were essentially out in the open a lot. Do they need more security? Should senators and representatives, should they be allowed to carry concealed weapons? I say absolutely yes. And indeed, since the Quantico FBI Academy is right down the road, you know, give them weapons and teach them how to use them. That's what I say. Tell me what you think next. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
It was just one phone call, one 7-figure decision that changed my life forever. Hi, I'm Nick Fertucci, founder of NV Real Estate Academy, and in 2004, I attended my very first real estate seminar where I saw the incredible opportunities that existed in real estate investing, only to be disappointed with the lack of tools, education, mentorship, and the community that I felt I needed to be successful flipping houses. But I fought hard through that broken system and built a multi-million-dollar real estate business. So if you're ready to set your world on fire and start flipping houses, I'm ready to be there every step of the way. Just make that one phone call, your one 7-figure decision, and I'll give you my Fortunes and Flipping kit free, and you will learn how to get in, get out, and get paid flipping houses.
Call 1-800-976-5259 to get your free flipping kit. Call 800-976-5259 now, and you'll also get free tickets to a live training workshop, plus a free meal, an e-writer tablet, and a USB drive preloaded with Nick's powerful information just for attending the free training workshop. Call 800-976-5259. That's 800-976-5259. So call now.
You may remember that back in 1998, the largest tobacco companies in the USA were sued for using false advertisements and manipulating scientific research. These tobacco companies agreed to a master settlement agreement where a minimum of $206 billion was to be awarded to victims, as well as 46 state municipalities. What you may not know is that you could personally claim a tax-free portion of this money, around $2,300 per month in perpetuity, tax-free whether you have ever smoked or not. Interested in getting in on this opportunity? Money Map Press contributor Keith Fitzgerald has created a master settlement presentation that you can attend free. Just call 800-282-3487 in the next 90 minutes and leave an email address, and we will send you a free pass to this presentation. It's time that Big Tobacco paid the piper so that Americans like you, who have been footing the bill for increased insurance costs, will finally benefit. Call 800-282-3487, then get ready to learn how you can collect thanks to the Big Tobacco settlement. 800-282-3487. 3487.
Hey, it's Mark Davis from my friends at Simple Sleep Services. If snoring is a problem in your life, and if it's a problem in your life, it's a problem for everybody in your life. Let's get the simplest, least invasive solution. That's what they did for me at Simple Sleep Services. What you have with Simple Sleep is a way to avoid implants and surgery and a CPAP device by just calling 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700. They're in Dallas and Fort Worth. Insurance covers most folks. It's the Somnodent device. Simple appliance. They make it for you. They did one for me. You take it home, pop it in, kiss your wife goodnight, and silent night. Absolutely fantastic. Diagnosis from a board-certified sleep physician. They have a home sleep study, so you're not in some lab. Call them for more information. 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700. SimpleSleepServices.com. Wonderful people. I'm so glad I met them, and you will be too. 469-685-1700 or SimpleSleepServices.com.
Are you living with pain but concerned about the side effects of drugs? I was until I started taking 1 hour pain relief. And here's Lisa, a brave Marine who was seriously injured in Iraq.
After surviving an explosion, I was on horrible painkillers for lingering head, shoulder, and knee pain. My friend told me about 1 hour pain relief. Now I'm pain-free without the dangerous side effects.
1 hour pain relief is an all-natural extract from hops, the plant used to flavor beer.
It's safe and effective without the chemicals found in drugs. And your all-day relief starts in less than 1 hour.
Get a free 1-week trial for just a small shipping charge with no automatic shipments. Call 800-300-1014 right now or visit onehourpainrelief.com. If you suffer from pain but worry about side effects, call 800-300-1014. Stop living with pain. Call 800-300-1014 or visit onehourpainrelief.com.
If you're a business owner, I want you to imagine standing on home plate in front of a sold-out crowd of 50,000 raving fans at a professional baseball game. They give you the microphone and you have 60 seconds to tell the crowd why they should do business with you. Out of 50,000 people, do you think you might get some new customers? Sure you would. Now imagine you could do that in front of 4 sold-out baseball games. That's 200,000 people. Did you know that's how many people listen to 660 AM The Answer every week? And you have the opportunity to stand in front of the 660 AM The Answer microphone and get 60 seconds to tell our raving fans all about your business. You think you'd get new customers if you did that? You bet. The businesses you hear on 660 AM The Answer are knocking it out of the park with new customers. If you're open to seeing how much it costs to advertise your business on 660 AM The Answer, send an email request to advertise@ksky.com. That's advertise@ksky.com. Let's play ball.
Listen to us live on iHeartRadio, 660 AM, The Answer. If it's important to you, it's on the Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Reports. John David Wells at your service. Hey, what time is it? It's exactly 25 after. Keeping track of it. That's the way it works. 866-660-5759. I am John David Wells. So do lawmakers need to be able to protect themselves, or should they have protection? 866-660-5759. You know, once again, I think it's probably something that ought to be thought of from a, kind of a group standpoint. You know, it's like this. It's like, okay, you got one congressman with 1 or 2 aides in a cab. Does that person also need a security detail? Because, you know, if you've got an aide or 2, suddenly, you know, you're not 2 by 2 in a cab. Suddenly you need to have 3 seats. And sometimes that may not be available. So what do? Do you go out and have everybody have a car? So now we have a fleet of 435 cars for the House of Representatives. I don't think that that's necessary, but if there's a whole bunch of them together on a baseball field somewhere playing baseball, I mean, if there are more than one of them gathered, I mean, like if there are 5 of them gathered, yeah, that probably ought to have a security guy there. You know, if there are 10 of them gathered, then there probably ought to be 2 security guards and 1 for every 5 representatives. How about that? 866-660-5759, Kelly and Trophy Club. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, John David. I believe that we do not need to provide any security, except for the leaders like they do now. The primary issue that I have with it is they already seem to have enough trouble remembering that they're our employees, not our leaders. And I think that it would add to the pedestal that they already put themselves on. Politically speaking, it would add an interesting problem for all the ones that are against the Second Amendment, though.
Well, we already know that Dianne Feinstein has a security squad that goes with her that she takes care of out of her own money, apparently.
That would be fine.
And they have automatic weapons that are undercover. All these people that are talking for gun control, et cetera, they don't walk around without weapons.
Oh, absolutely. I understand that completely. It's just my point that if they want to do it, they can pay for it. We already pay enough for them. We don't need to foot the bill for security for them.
I do, however, believe that if you've got like 10 somewhere, that there ought to be a security detail. If you have a gathering of them.
Oh, absolutely. And I would dare say that there probably is. I was a police officer for 20 years. And I mean, if you have large groups or meetings, I would assume that they're already going to be protected in that situation anyway. They're going to have local police, if nothing else, that are going to be there. So, but I do agree, in large groups, there should have been security at the ball field the other day.
What if on a purely volunteer basis, the people, the congressmen, senators, and so on, what if they have available to them an opportunity to carry covert, to license to carry, and then they also have access to the FBI firearms training courses?
100% agree with that. If they want to carry, that makes perfect sense. I mean, we carry.
Sure.
They should be able to. It wouldn't surprise me. You know, we know Rick Perry has his.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Ted Cruz has his and others that are already representing us. So.
Yeah. I got to go, Kelly. Thanks very much for the call, though. Great phone call. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Hi, everybody. Dennis Gibbs here. You know, the boat guy. Talking about boats, boating, lakes, marinas, and, well, if it floats, we talk about it. The advice we give is the best you will ever hear. They call it expert advice. Between myself, boating royalty, lake level ginger, and brother Strick, you hear only intelligent talk. Haha. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer, the Big Boat and Outdoor Show, brought to you by DallasBoatsForSale.com.
At any time in Texas, it can feel like the change of the seasons. But I'll tell you what, as we work our way into springtime, Abacus Foundation has been serving North Texas with the highest quality foundation repair solutions for 17 years. And with a warmer temperature and additional moisture, oh my, the foundations can be rocking and rolling. So if you got cracks in the sheetrock or doors that are sticking, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000. These are the people I call. These are the folks who have been to my house. These are the folks who will not give you a foundation job you don't need, but will tell you exactly what's going on. Now, if you do need a new foundation, you got the Millennium Composite Pilings, the strongest, and the folks at Abacus are the only folks offering it. And get this, $1,000 off any job with 10 pilings or more. AbacusFoundationRepair.com. Lifetime warranty, transferable, 972-406-9000, 972-406-9000, or AbacusFoundationRepair.com.
I used to play a lot of sports in college, but when I got older, my legs started to burn and ache, making it hard to work out. Then I noticed those varicose and spider veins. I couldn't believe it. I thought this only happened to my mom and her friends.
The professionals at Vein Clinics of America have performed over 1 million personalized procedures for their patients, making them the largest, most experienced vein treatment center in the U.S. Using state-of-the-art laser and minimally invasive treatments, they can begin restoring your legs back to health in as little as 1 hour with no downtime, and most treatments are covered by insurance.
I called Vein Clinics of America, and they fixed my legs. No more ugly veins. Now I can run and do squats again.
Guys, get back in the game. Call now and schedule a free fast-track consultation with one of our doctors and learn how you can finally get rid of those embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Space is limited, so call now. 800-300-3388. That's 800-300-3388. 800-300-3388.
Message and data rates may apply.
Hello.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
We have a surprise for you.
It's from both of us.
Hair loss.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to Bosley.
Just because your parents gave you hair loss doesn't mean you have to keep it. Bosley delivers the permanent solution to hair loss. For a free information kit, simply text the word GREAT to 543-543. Bosley is the world's most experienced hair restoration expert, always pioneering the latest technology. Our doctors are rigorously trained hair specialists, committed to giving you the permanent hair loss solution that's right for you. We treat your hair with unparalleled expertise and experience. Millions of men and women have come to Bosley for our permanent solution to hair loss. Now it's your turn. Give yourself a gift, a fuller head of hair. Get your free information kit by texting GREAT to 543-543. Plus, get a gift certificate for $250 off. That's GREAT to 543-543.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
Do you have a family? Would you like to help make sure they'll be taken care of if anything were to happen to you? If you answered yes, you probably need life insurance. Now, do you think life insurance is expensive? If you answered yes to that too, you definitely need to give AIG Direct a call. We could find you a $250,000 policy for just $14 a month, which means you could save hundreds of dollars a year. Call us now for a free, no-obligation quote. 1-800-700-6511. Since 1995, we've helped millions of people find out if they could save up to 70% on their term life insurance. See how affordably we can help you protect your family. Call AIG Direct now for your free quote. 1-800-700-6511. You could save up to 70%. That's 1-800-700-6511. 1-800-700-6511.
Once again, there's uncertainty in the stock market, so it's more important than ever that you have a protective strategy as part of your plan.
This is Ken Moraith, host of the Money Matters radio show, inviting you to our free seminar.
To 7 p.m. Tuesday, June 20th, Holiday Inn Express Alliance area. 1 p.m. Saturday, June 24th in the Money Matters building in Plano, or Thursday, June 29th, Hilton, Arlington. Don't wait until it's too late. Reserve at moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net. Or call 800-994-0302.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. Now, by popular demand, The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to The Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. James T. Hodgkinson, the Illinois man who opened fire at a congressional baseball practice in Alexandria, Virginia, shooting Republicans, wounding 5 people, including House Majority Whip Steve Scalise. His weapons have been secured. They have been recovered by FBI personnel. One is a 9mm handgun and a 7.62 caliber rifle, probably an AR-10, if I had to guess. Investigators believe that Hodgkinson, 66, did not have any outside support and acted on his own. This, according to law enforcement officials telling Fox News. He was killed in a shootout with Capitol Police officers who'd been guarding Scalise at Eugene Simpson Stadium. Officials were aware of Hodgkinson and he was living out of a white cargo van in Alexandria for months and was seen showering and working on a computer at a nearby YMCA. Investigators were looking into why Hodgkinson came into the Washington, D.C. area in the first place and how much premeditation was involved. The FBI said it was processing a computer, camera, and phone found in the van. That's probably going to tie up the case pretty well. While the FBI and our federal, state, and local partners continue to investigate and process the scene and evidence, we also continue to encourage the public to come forward with any information on the shooter. Hodgkinson told the YMCA on Tuesday that he wanted to cancel his membership because he was moving. The YMCA said in a statement, he had access to the facility through Wednesday and arrived less than 2 hours before the shooting. No staff members noticed anything inappropriate or unusual. Nobody complained about him, according to the YMCA. Hodgkinson appears to have maintained 2 Facebook pages that were filled with posts criticizing Donald Trump and praising Senator Bernie Sanders. A number of anti-Trump Facebook posts taken down Wednesday by the social media giant were published to the page that appeared to be Hodgkinson's just 2 days before the shooting. Okay, let me try this one more time. The statements were published to the page that appears to be Hodgkinson's just 2 days before the shooting. Trump is guilty and should go to prison for treason. Another said, "Make America great again, resign." Sanders acknowledged that Hodgkinson apparently was among many volunteers on his 2016 presidential campaign. "I'm sickened by this despicable act," said Sanders. "Let me be as clear as I can be. Violence of any kind is unacceptable in our society. I condemn this action in the strongest possible terms." Well, Senator, you're going to have to quit asking for a revolution then. If you're asking for a revolution, this is what happens. This is how it starts. You end up talking to somebody that really believes what you're saying. Now, I realize, having watched you for a couple of years at this point, that you really don't believe what you say. When people ask you about Venezuela, for example, you kind of dodge the question. And it's because you're kind of a BS artist. I mean, that's kind of the way it is. And I got you, and I understand you. But you're calling for a revolution, my friend. More about that coming up a little bit later on. The other thing about this, I want to ask you which media is more responsible for this attack and for some of the other attacks. Is it the mainstream media or is it social media? 866-660-5759. By social media, I mean Facebook. Is MySpace still around? I don't believe it's around anymore. It's still here? Okay. You know, is social media more responsible for this than the mainstream media? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. And when it comes to the mainstream media, is it Fox News that's more responsible, or is it CNN? I know I'm limiting your choices here. But the reason that I'm asking is because I'm kind of generalizing here. I was going to say the leftist media, but that's most of it. And the right-wing media, which is, well, I guess we can put Fox News in with right-wing talk radio if you'd like. Give me a media source. Give me someone, give me the most responsible media source. 866-660-5759. Give me the most responsible media source. Is it Facebook, Twitter, social media? Is it the mainstream media? And by that I mean, is it CNN representing the left, or is it Fox News representing the right? Or is this more about, say, for example, and talk radio can be part of that right wing end of this. Does talk radio have something to do with it? I look at this from a standpoint of accessibility. Social media is right there at your fingertips. You can interact with the powers that be on Twitter. I have floated a couple of Twitters at President Trump, have not gotten anything back. But I have floated Twitter tweets at Jake Tapper, for example. Jake Tapper and I talk a lot. There have been some others. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. Marianne, let's talk media here. Of the various medias available, which is the most
I
responsible?
believe actually that both of them are at fault, but Fox is not. It's not definitely as much as the other medias.
Okay, so let me help you. Let me help you find this. Let me help you narrow this down a bit. So you believe that Fox is partially responsible, but not as responsible, say, for example, as more left-wing outlets?
I don't believe, I'm for Fox. I listen to Fox. I believe they do have debates. They have what they do, just, put other people on other than the the Republicans. So what I'm saying is I think the Democrats are trying to create civil war. My great-great-great-grandfather died after 1 year in service then, and he was in Illinois. I've been through Belleville many, many times. He fought for the Union, and he was killed from behind as he retreated.
Well, thank you very much for your call. I appreciate that. Trying to figure out who's responsible from a media standpoint. That's what we're trying to figure out here. We're trying to figure out whether social media is responsible for this dramatic escalation in the harsh rhetoric of American politics. Lethal, in fact. Is it social media, Facebook, Twitter, the like? Is it the mainstream media? The left-wing mainstream media represented by CNN, the right-wing represented by Fox News. Yes, there are other outfits, but let's just try to define left and right as CNN left, Fox News right. Talk radio would be on the right side of that as well. Do we have something to do with this? Are we part of this mix? Eight 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. Let me get a hold of Bill in Fort Worth. Thanks for joining us, Bill.
John David, I've been listening to the radio most of the day, different shows, and conservative shows. And the main topic of the day is dialing back on the political rhetoric. And the thing that gets me is that over the last several years, the Democrats have been demonizing everybody from the Tea Party to the Christians to conservatives, Republicans, and everything else, while aligning themselves with some of the most radical, hateful groups in the country and making that their base. And then calling on these people to burn towns, burn cities, kill cops, and everything else, while we sit back and say, well, we just need to tone down the rhetoric, and then they turn around and put the blame on conservative, shows like Fox and Rush Limbaugh and, whoever else. And, and we just sit back and we just take it. And, the thing gets me, the incident yesterday was terrible. But I'm sitting here wondering today, if those had been Democrats out there on that field under fire, and that had been somebody who was later connected to a conservative group, what do you think the topic of the day would be?
Gun control.
And what else? Crazy right-wing groups.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
And conservative media.
Yeah. Well, I'm not so sure the conservative media, because, CNN, let's say CNN representing the left and Fox representing the right, there's a limit to how hard they're going to go at each other. Insofar as go ahead.
Nancy Pelosi came out today and said it was Fox News' fault.
Well, she said that she was being threatened by Fox News.
Oh, yeah. Well,
which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, sometimes reporting what's being said in a way that is not the Democrat way. And I hit on something yesterday, which was Democrats will look through facts to see their politics. That's the best way I can describe what Nancy Pelosi does. And so when those of us hear what she has to say, and we go back again to facts, look at it from the other direction, bring her policies back through the facts, yeah, we say some things that are pretty harsh about Nancy Pelosi. That's before we start thinking about her motivation, like, really, whose side are you on? That's a question that really needs to get asked of a lot of leftist politicians. Whose side are you on? Frank and Keller, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hello, neighbor. Long time no talk.
What the heck, Frank? Where have you been?
I've been out in the oil field. You know where I've been.
All right. I'm just asking.
So what's your stand, brother?
What am I saying? What?
What's your stand on the issue?
Stand on the issue of revolution?
Yes.
Last flipping resort. Last
Okay.
flipping resort. Now, I will tell you that there are people that are gathering themselves as we speak. And they are gathering themselves for very good reasons. And they're preparing. Now, these are not crazy militia type people.
Right.
You know, they're not. These are regular people.
Yep.
These are people that, decided, hey, I've got to go down to this gun show and start getting some equipment. And now they're looking around. They went out and they found themselves some training. And now what they're doing is they're looking around for people to hang out with that have some of the same training they have. And they are saying to themselves, one of these days we may have a real problem here. And that has to do directly with the fact that Donald Trump is being attacked at every possible turn. And that it connected with the American people what they did. They elected Donald Trump. The Republicans didn't. The Democrats didn't. We, the people, elected Donald Trump, and we know it. And now our president is under attack by the same group of people that have been attacking us. Now, do I believe...
David,
go ahead.
John David.
Yes.
Give me a minute. I asked you, what is your stand? We have thousands of people listening to your radio station.
Yeah.
And respect your opinion. What's your stand?
About what?
What's going on?
I think that it is a coordinated attack against the United States of America. That's what I think. No. I think that a lot of what I'm dealing with here is sedition. I think a lot of people that are working to remove Donald Trump from office are committing sedition. And I think what they're doing is they are working through a left-wing political coup against the president of the United States. I don't think that's overstating the situation at all. So that's where I stand on that. I mean, you're not giving me anything to work with, Frank. I don't know what you mean when you say, where do you stand? Well, I stand over here, normally I sit down right here because that's where the microphone is. Sometimes I'll stand over there and sometimes I'll stand out in the parking lot, depending on what's going on. Stuff like that. 866-660-5759. You're listening to the Wells Report.
The Mark Davis Show.
Wrapping up this week has turned into quite an unexpected exercise because nobody saw Wednesday morning coming. Amid all the grotesque anti-Trump rhetoric, no one could have foreseen a hate monger shooting at members of Congress on a ball field. So what happens now? Does it change the discourse? Should it change conservative strategy? All this and wrapping up the week in overnight news on our Friday show.
The Mark Davis Show. Weekday mornings at 7, right before Mike Gallagher at 10 on 660 AM. The Answer.
How will the future affect the money decisions you make now? Find out Saturday morning with Jerry Tuma and John Criswell on Smart Money. Smart Money will bring you the latest information regarding financial markets and what it means to you and your investment and retirement portfolio. Not knowing could be costly. Smart Money, a voice of experience and integrity with Jerry Tuma and John Criswell. Saturday mornings at 8 on 660 AM. The Answer.
Amazing to realize, but it's been almost 2 years I've been talking with you about Relief Factor, and I can tell you I've been continually inundated with testimonials. This is Michael Medved, and I've received thousands of testimonials that come in telling me how excited people are to be out of pain, like Bob from Ohio, who writes, I had a herniated disc in my back in 1984. I started taking Relief Factor, and for the first time, I have been completely out of constant, sometimes excruciating pain. I'm now able to work in the yard, around the house, and do my job in comfort. This is a great product. That's the end of the quote. If you're struggling with ongoing back or neck pain, shoulder, hip, or knee pain, or general muscle pain, aches, pains of any kind, do what tens of thousands of others have done so successfully. Go to relieffactor.com and order their 3-week quick start for just $19.95. 1-800-500-8384. That's 1-800-500-8384.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-500-0898. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-500-0898. That's 1-800-500-0898. 1-800-500-0898.
Hey everybody, Mark Davis, my friends at Sleep Experts, where the red, white, and blue sale is on now. Save on every mattress brand. Store-wide savings of up to $500. Find the perfect mattress with that Sleep Experts exclusive Expert Match technology. Get up to 6 years interest-free financing on qualifying mattress sets. For credit costs and terms, 866-780-6220. And find out why Sleep Experts is the Consumer Choice Award winners for 11 years in a row. Hurry on into Sleep Experts red, white, and blue sale today. You will save up to $500 with savings on every mattress brand, plus up to 6 years interest-free financing. It's all happening now. The red, white, and blue sale at Sleep Experts locations, Texas, owned and operated since 1986. So visit sleepexperts.com for more details. Lisa and I have been a Sleep Experts family for years. Sleepexperts.com. They are great. Find out why. Red, white, and blue sale on now at Sleep Experts, sleepexperts.com.
94.9 KLTY Celebrate Freedom 27 from Interstate Batteries.
A day of fun for your family with Crowder, Matthew West, Britt Nicole, Holland, and more.
Saturday, June 24th at South Fork Ranch. Get your official Celebrate Freedom 27 memorabilia and more at CelebrateFreedom.com.
Sponsored by Interstate Batteries, Dallas Baptist University, Feed My Starving Children, Cornerstone Staffing, Care Now, Splash Kingdom, North Texas Chevy Dealers, and 94.9 KLTY.
What are actual readers saying about best-selling novel Mead Mountain?
B.K. Dell is a master storyteller, and this book is hard to put down.
I think God had his hand on you when you wrote Mead Mountain. It lets you know God's still in control.
I'm so blessed to have read Mead Mountain. This author has truly made a difference in my life and my relationship with my Savior. Mead Mountain has brought me to my knees, literally.
God has used Mead Mountain to change my heart and my view of others. May God continue to be glorified in B.K. Dell's work.
Wow.
Buy a copy of Mead Mountain on Amazon today. Visit bkdell.com. That's bkdell.com.
660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report. A daily good old-fashioned North Texas barbecue of anybody trying to take advantage of us on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. John David Wells at your service. Tamara from Euless, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hi.
I don't think the issue is the internet, social media, TV shows, radio shows. I think the broader problem is the liberal thought leaders, whether they're on YouTube or TV or radio or the social justice warriors on the street and their professors sitting there saying the conservatives are evil, Trump is evil incarnate, we need to fight fascism, and they want it's a political movement invested with religious ideology, and they define their personal worth and morality based on the cause, and they described Trump as if Hitler incarnate in the hope of preventing people from voting for him. That didn't work. Right. So they're ramping up the rhetoric to whip up the frenzy to justify any political means they have.
Yeah. Tamara, how old are you?
40.
40. You excellent analysis here. And I appreciate your phone call. Clearly this is something that is, I see it your way. In other words, I do see that leftist thought leaders are indeed taking us down this road, with the number one guy being Bernie Sanders. At least he's one of the most effective ones. And I appreciate the fact that you noticed it too. My name is John David Wells. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
What if you could have an experience of a lifetime, and I mean it, a lifetime this year? Dennis Prager here, and a timely and important expedition to the land of Israel awaits you. Make plans now for the Stand with Israel tour happening this fall. Join me on a 9-day trip to Israel that offers you firsthand insight into Israel's unique past and probably unique future. We'll introduce you to the geopolitical, economic, and security dynamics of a truly remarkable nation. Get a behind-the-scenes view into many of the places you've read and heard about, all during United Jerusalem's 50th anniversary. The Western Wall, Jerusalem, the Dead Sea, Golan Heights, and much more. With expert guides and important lectures at key sites, all in the comfort and safety of first-class accommodations.
Look forward to something special this year. Stand with Israel. For details about all-inclusive trip happening this fall, visit 660amtheanswer.com for all the details.
Kyle is a professional dog trainer.
Sit down. Roll over. Good.
When it comes to canine obedience, he's your best friend's best friend.
Whoa, such a good girl.
And in his personal time, Kyle's a personal trainer.
Nice work on those planks, guys. Now roll over and give me 25 push-ups. 1, 2, good. Hey, keep that caboose down.
You see, no matter who or what he trains, Kyle knows how to get results. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident.
Guilty as charged.
Fortunately for Kyle, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and know he's getting the right mortgage.
I like it, people. Who wants a treat?
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
Have you ever considered joining the military but stopped because you couldn't deploy to a foreign country? Believe it or not, the state of Texas has its own military force that stands alongside the Texas National Guard, the Texas Air National Guard, and serves only inside the state of Texas. It's called the Texas State Guard. I'm Tech Sergeant John Wells of the 4th Air Wing, and we're looking for you to join us. Give us a call at 877-398-8350. That's 877-398-8350. If you love Texas as much as we do, join the 4th Air Wing of the Texas State Guard.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler, saying a prayer at second base. Members of Congress kneeling where House Majority Whip Steve Scalise was supposed to play tonight in a charity game. He was shot yesterday morning, is critical but stable after a third surgery. On the field at D.C.'s Nationals Park, his congressional colleagues, 20,000 in the stands.
We're here to support our elected officials or our congressmen of both parties.
Come together for a good cause, charity, and kind of put the partisanship aside.
The game raised more than $1 million for charity.
Fox's Melanie Wilkes hiring outside legal counsel to oversee his response to probes into possible collusion between Russia and the Trump campaign.
Mike Pence, the vice president, hiring Richard Cullen from a pretty big firm here, McGuire Woods, to be his outside counsel. That process took several weeks to wrap up. This will not involve the use of taxpayer money.
Fox's Kevin Cork, Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, this is Andy Tuttle, host of Tuttle Talk every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on 660 AM, The Answer. We're in a real estate market where there's a lot of difficulty, but in difficulty, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Buying, selling, avoiding foreclosure, modifying your credit, all these things are so important to your livelihood. This show is dedicated to cutting through some of the big headlines that you see out there and teaching you how to win in any marketplace. Thank you for tuning in to Tuttle Talk every Sunday, 4 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer. I look forward to speaking with you.
This is Jerry Bailey. What we do here on the Retirement Hour in our business is we help people protect and grow their money. Dottie, is that what we do?
Absolutely, Jerry. Helping people keep their retirement accounts safe.
Saving safe, their 401ks or IRAs. We're helping you do that right here on the Retirement Hour. We offer a free consultation for that. Dottie, don't you think they should come to see us at the office at Fort Worth or Dallas?
Absolutely. Have them come in. Let us go over everything we can do for them and how we can keep their money safe.
And why are you here today, Dottie?
I'm happy to join your team, and I am also a loyal client. I am so thrilled that I was able to be a part of it.
Give us a call, folks, at 972-358-4907, 972-358-4907, and we will be happy to meet you in Dallas or Fort Worth in one of our offices and show you how this plan works. This is Jerry Bailey inviting you to join me here on the Retirement Hour on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. and every Sunday morning at 6 a.m. right here on The Answer, 660 a.m.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? You should know the credit card companies are tricking you into thinking there's no way out. Credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people. They're A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. That's 800-518-4020.
If you're a sleep apnea sufferer who's on the go, go to your phone. Because if you give us a call right now, you'll be able to try the world's first portable mini CPAP device absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. It's the Transcend Mini CPAP, an engineering marvel that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. Its unique design is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. No more dragging around a big, bulky CPAP. Even better, now you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights by calling minicpap.com, 1-800-600-2804. Transcend is FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. You can also add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. So now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't wait. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now. 1-800-600-2804. That's 1-800-600-2804. Message and data rates may apply.
Hello.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
We have a surprise for you. It's from both of us. Hair loss!
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to Bosley.
Just because your parents gave you hair loss doesn't mean you have to keep it. Bosley delivers the permanent solution to hair loss. For a free information kit, simply text the word GREAT to 543-543. Bosley is the world's most experienced hair restoration expert, always pioneering the latest technology. Our doctors are rigorously trained hair specialists, committed to giving you the permanent hair loss solution that's right for you. We treat your hair with unparalleled expertise and experience. Millions of men and women have come to Bosley for our permanent solution to hair loss. Now it's your turn. Give yourself a gift, a fuller head of hair. Get your free information kit by texting GREAT to 543-543. Plus, get a gift certificate for $250 off. That's GREAT to 543-543.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. Look who's here. My friend Chef Tom Fleming of the Crossroads Diner, offering up great breakfast and lunch from their location northeast corner of Preston and Campbell in Dallas. Treat yourself to the great recipes, fresh ingredients, and home-style goodness we've come to love. Here's something else to love on those busy weekend mornings.
And that's why we have the No Wait app that you can download on your phone and you can get on the wait list. And so then while you're on the wait list, you can monitor it through the No Wait app and get some things done. So you're not sitting at home waiting to go to Crossroads and trying to fight that line. Get online on the app and download it, get in line and monitor it. So, hey, babe, we're going to go to breakfast, but first we can go here, here, and here. Get our chores done, and then we're going to have breakfast.
Breakfast and lunch, 7 to 2, Tuesday through Sunday. Lunch kicks in at 11. Get breakfast anytime. Ask about special events, rehearsal dinners, and more. Check out the menu at crossroads-diner.com. Crossroads Diner, Preston and Campbell. I love it. You will too. crossroads-diner.com.
660 AM, The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Her name is Cowgirl. Hello,
Cowgirl.
Cowgirl.
Yes,
Cowgirl.
Yeah, 2 points here. First, as the swamp slowly drains and it gets warmer, the beasts are just like coming up and lashing. You know what? These are demonic. These are demonic beasts coming out of the swamp. I have never thought I would see the depth of this. Right? The swamp monsters are not just monsters; they're predators. But the second thing is, I'm so happy to be in solidarity and how ironic the irony of who saved those men on that field, but a black female police officer saving Republicans. She did her duty. This knows no color, creed, but why can't the swamp? The swamp is the division. Why can't they see?
Well, because they are looking at an existential threat to their entire
That's
ecosystem.
Right. The swamp as it drains.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking at it. I mean, let's look at a typical swamp. You may say, "My gosh, it smells bad and it looks bad," and so on and so forth. But that's a perfectly functioning life cycle in there.
Sure.
I mean, and there are things that work and people are nourished and let's say the creatures are nourished and everything works well.
Thank goodness the officers weren't in the swamp, right?
Well, but the thing about it is that there are apex predators in the swamp that take care of business. If, say, for example, something gets attacked, then it can likely the attacking circumstances can likely be a meal. I mean, it's like crocodiles may see a couple of other beasts fighting and go eat them. That happens all the time. But when you're here in this particular circumstance, if you're trying to figure out why it is that there's so much incendiary stuff going on, and when you're trying to figure out why it is that these people are abandoning so much factual reality in an effort to see politics, when you look at all of that, you have to understand that they're fighting for their very lives.
That's correct.
Okay. So
I'm just happy that she was out of the swamp. So savior, right?
Well, I'm just happy that there were people there that cared enough to protect. I mean, those people were superstars. The very definition of a sheepdog. They run toward the wolf, not away. I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. I've been in that situation before where I've been playing baseball games. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd have run to the dugout where I had my stuff. Pulled at that point, I was carrying a 45. I would have pulled a 45, a couple of extra mags, and I'd have gotten to work. But that's me. That's me. I was reminded this time around, you learn different things. This time I learned just how dangerous a baseball field was. I'm talking about the ones in a park, because they all have high fences and they all have one exit in and one exit out and so on and so forth. I'm going to be paying attention to that next time. There was a fascinating conversation that I had with Hank yesterday. And what I did was I advanced the notion that this shooting at the ballpark was a leftist invention. And Hank called me on the telephone and said, JD, he was taking me to task for not holding myself to my own standards. That's thing number one, which is always good. You learn. The other thing was, he said, what about the Gabby Gifford shooting? I'm not talking, it's not Hank, it's Hayes. I'm sorry. His name was Hayes. What? I've been doing this for 2 days. It's taken me, you haven't listened to me for 2 days until right now. That's the way that works? Wow.
I know I have.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you too. Way to go there, Swinney. Nice job. Hayes.
They're all weak.
Golly. Jeez. Sorry, Hayes, Hank, whatever. Anyway, it was Hayes. And Hayes stopped me short by saying, what about Gabby Giffords? And the interesting thing about that is that there was immediately a dramatic snapback against the notion that the Gabby Giffords shooting was of a similar circumstance to this one. The politics work like this. It came out of the New York Times. The editorial called America's Lethal Politics was posted yesterday. It's been widely criticized on social media. Was this attack evidence of how vicious American politics has become? Probably. In 2011, when Jared Lee Lochner opened fire at a supermarket parking lot, grievously wounding Representative Gabby Giffords and killing 6 people, including a 9-year-old girl. The link to political incitement was clear. This is a quote from the editorial. Before the shooting, Sarah Palin's Political Action Committee circulated a map of targeted electoral districts that put Ms. Giffords and 19 other Democrats under stylized crosshairs. I saw that and I looked at it and I went, oh, that's kind of weird. The paper ran an editorial after the shooting. This is the New York Times. After the shooting Wednesday morning during a GOP congressional baseball practice that left 4 wounded, including House Majority Whip Steve Scalise. And said this, not all details are known about what happened in Virginia, but a sickeningly familiar pattern is emerging from the assault. The sniper, James Hodgkinson, who was killed by Capitol Police officers, was surely deranged, and in his derangement found its fuel in politics. This was so badly criticized that the New York Times issued a correction. An earlier version of this editorial incorrectly stated that a link existed between political incitement in the 2011 shooting of Representative Gabby Giffords. In fact, no such link was established. Documents found in a search of Lochner's home after he wounded the congressman and killed 6 people, showed that he had planned the shooting in advance. I planned ahead, read a note signed by Lochner and left in a safe, my assassination. Authorities also found a letter inside the safe that Giffords wrote to Lochner, thanking him for attending a Congress on Your Corner event, according to an FBI agent affidavit filed with a 5-count criminal complaint. The FBI at the time said that Lochner had targeted Giffords. John Podhoretz said the New York Times editorial falsely claimed that Lochner shot Giffords due to a target on a photo. Let's see if they'll change it. The Times drew criticism online from both sides of the political debate. The New York Times editorial panel falsely claims Lochner shot Giffords due to a target on a photo. It's not yet 11. They can change it. Let's see, said New York Post editor John Podhoretz. The New York Times editorial is, in fact, stupid. Palin didn't make that loon shoot Gabby Giffords. Rhetoric didn't make today's wacko shoot either. Ben Dreyfus, a senior editor at Mother Jones, tweeted, that was from Ben Dreyfus. On May 31st, the Times announced it is doing away with its public editor position, which was started in 2003 to improve the paper's standing with readers following the Jason Blair plagiarism scandal. The Washington Examiner said the New York Times is still peddling trash about Palin and the Gabrielle Gifford shooting. For the New York Times editorial board, a shooting incident this week provided the perfect opportunity to trot out the lie that former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin inspired the 2011 mass shooting in Tucson, Arizona. A deranged gunman opened fire Wednesday morning on a GOP lawmakers in Alexandria, Virginia, as they practiced for the congressional baseball game, leaving Representative Steve Scalise and lobbyist Matt Mika in critical condition. The Times editorial board apparently saw this as an opportunity to dust off an anti-right-wing oldie. Hodgkinson, surely deranged, and his derangement had found its fuel in politics. Mr. Hodgkinson was a Bernie Sanders supporter and campaign volunteer virulently opposed to President Trump. He posted many anti-Trump messages on social media, including one in March that said, "Time to destroy Trump and company." Was this attack evidence of how vicious American politics has become? Probably. In 2011, when Jared Lee Lochner opened fire in a supermarket parking lot, grievously wounding Representative Gabby Giffords and killing 6 people, including a 9-year-old girl, the link to political incitement was clear. Before the shooting, Sarah Palin's Political Action Committee circulated a map of targeting electoral districts that put Ms. Giffords and 19 other Democrats under stylized crosshairs. It continued, making it worse. Conservatives and right-wing media were quick on Wednesday to demand forceful condemnation of hate speech and crimes by anti-Trump liberals. They're right, though there's no sign of incitement as direct as in the Giffords attack. Liberals should, of course, hold themselves to the same standard of decency they ask of the right. The bit about Palin inciting the Gifford shooting is a vicious, baseless lie. It's true. There is no proof the Tucson shooting was inspired by the crosshairs map. I had seen it, but I never connected the two either. As far as I know, Jared Lochner was a complete nutbag that was so insane they didn't do anything with him for 2 years, waiting for his head to stop rattling around inside his skull. So when Hayes brought up the fact that the Jared Lochner shooting, I was like, what? I didn't even connect the two as being overtly political, because Jared Lochner himself was not overly political. In fact, he only voted in 2008. Nobody knows who he voted for. His friends said he was neither from the right nor the left. I don't think politics had anything to do with Jared Lochner. And as far as anybody knows, Lochner never even saw the map that they're using to accuse Sarah Palin of using to incite Lochner into making the shot. The shooter, Lochner, didn't watch television. He didn't read the news. He didn't listen to talk radio. Zach Ossel said he didn't take sides. He wasn't on the left. He wasn't on the right. He was a high school friend. Lastly, Lochner's obsession with Giffords dates back to at least 2007. That was before John McCain introduced Palin to the nation as his vice presidential nominee. Now, all of this being said, what I want you to do is I want you to analyze these two events. The Lochner shooting of Gabby Giffords. The Hodgkinson's shooting of Republicans today. One clearly politically motivated. Was the other? Yes or no? You tell me next. This is the Wells Report.
Hi, I'm Rick Foster with Guardian Financial Management and the host of Plain Talk No Worries Financial Hour. Heard right here on 660 AM at 4 o'clock every Saturday. Do you know why the stock market did so well in the 80s and 90s and why there have been 2 major crashes in the last 16 years? You need to know the reasons why so you can make the right decisions for your family. Listen to Plain Talk No Worries here every Saturday at 4 o'clock and we will pull back the curtains and show you the truth. That's 4 o'clock on Saturday right here on 660 AM The Answer.
Hello, Howard. Garrett the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
This is Lanhee Chen of the Hoover Institution for Townhall.com. As Americans, we are drawn together by so much more than what divides us. We have a common sense of purpose and destiny, and we wake up each day knowing how blessed we are to live in this remarkable country. Even as we are saddened by news of the shooting of House Majority Whip Steve Scalise and 4 others including 2 Capitol police officers who were wounded while doing their jobs. We recognize that we as Americans must be about so much more than what separates us. We come together to celebrate the bravery of our first responders and marvel at those who place their lives on the line each day to protect the things we hold dear. And we come together in spite of the pettiness in politics to honor those who serve the public each day, selflessly and courageously. Now is a time for us to rise above our differences. Now is a time to elevate the tone of our public discussions and to remember that our fates are tied together as Americans. I'm Lan Hee Chen.
You are about to hear from Dr. Douglas Howard.
After 20 years and tens of thousands of success stories, Balance of Nature is still the only pure whole food supplement available. Balance of Nature has served more than 500 million servings of fruits and vegetables. Don't accept imitations, copies, or substitutions. Our success stories are unique to Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll know you have the real thing when you open the bottles and see, smell, and taste real produce.
It is worth every penny I pay because they really have made such a difference in my life. It is making me feel a whole lot better.
Even my doctor thought it was a good product.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you for free. Call now for details.
Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660AM.
Acme Home Insurance.
Yes, I'd like to make a claim.
What are you wanting to claim, sir?
My air conditioner broke down.
Sorry, but your home insurance doesn't cover air conditioner breakdowns.
So what do you cover?
Home damage from things like earthquakes, volcanoes, a zombie apocalypse.
A zombie apocalypse? But that'll never happen.
But if it did, you'd be covered, sir.
But not my air conditioner?
I'm afraid not.
But his air conditioner could have been covered with a home warranty from American Home Shield, plus components of 20 other major home systems and appliances, like his electrical system, plumbing, refrigerator, and more. For valuable free information, call 1-800-300-4811. Home insurance can cover what might happen.
Zombies are coming!
But a home warranty helps cover what will happen.
Now the dryer won't work.
Life happens. Have a plan. Get a home warranty from American Home Shield. For valuable free information, call 1-800-300-4811. That's 1-800-300-4811. 1-800-300-4811.
Dennis Prager here. And for 2 years now, I've been telling you about my wife, Sue, who tried Relief Factor because of her knee pain, and it worked. This is before I ever even heard about the product. I never endorsed a pain reliever, but now I am. And yes, now I'm taking Relief Factor too. Maybe you've heard me call it a miracle. In fact, listen to what Amanda from Texas wrote. I was having pain in my left thumb area and left side of my leg from my knee about 4 inches up. After about a week of taking Relief Factor, the pain in my leg has gone away. And a few days later, the pain in my left hand is gone. We've gotten thousands of these testimonials, and if you're struggling with ongoing back or neck pain, shoulder, hip, or knee pain, or general muscle aches and pain, do what my wife Sue did. Try Relief Factor. Go to relieffactor.com or call them toll-free 800-500-8384, 800-500-8384.
660 AM The Answer, 660amtheanswer.com. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. A couple of things from hot air. Today's shooting of Republicans by a man with a long history of anti-Republican social media postings has created a cottage industry of Republicans blame Democrat pieces on the left. Politico's entry focused on quotes by Alex Jones and InfoWars and noted that Breitbart's take was more careful. In Think Progress's version of the same piece, the site criticized Representative Chris Collins for saying this about anti-Trump rhetoric. Really, then, some people react to things like that. They get angry as well. And then you fuel the fires. Solange's take highlighted tweets by Kellyanne Conway and Donald Trump Jr.'s Vox entry into the song cycle of right-wing denunciation, uses many of the same quotes, but does contain one intriguing paragraph. When Democrat Representative Gabby Giffords was shot in the head by anti-government conspiracy theorist Jared Lochner in 2011, people on the left were making mirror opposite complaints about the right's climate of hate. New York Times columnist Paul Krugman blasted conservative pundits like Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly for making violent jokes, sometimes referencing gun violence about the left. That's a reference to Krugman's 2011 Climate of Hate article in which Krugman wrote, "It's true, the shooter in Arizona appears to have been mentally troubled." That's like saying that that's like saying that Napoleon Bonaparte had short man syndrome. What are you talking about? The man was a schizophrenic paranoid. That's just about as far out of it as you can be. So, yeah, he might have been appears to have been mentally troubled. Duh. But it doesn't mean that his act can or should be treated as an isolated event, having nothing to do with the national climate. Which brings the writer of this article in hot air to the Washington Post, where David Weigel seems to have suddenly forgotten how the climate of hate argument works. Weigel argues that a statement from Sanders made recently, "You should be angry, take your anger out on the right people," had been taken out of context as a call to violence, when it clearly was. Sanders, who condemned Wednesday's attack on the Senate floor, has been clear. There was never any suggestion that political anger needed to be channeled into violence. A 2011 statement from Sanders on the shooting of Democrat Congressman Gabby Giffords that made the rounds yesterday was held up as proof of hypocrisy, was largely a rundown of incidents which Democrats felt threatened, and a call on Senator John McCain to denounce the increasingly violent rhetoric coming from the right wing and exert its influence to create a civil political environment. Is what you see being leveled against Donald Trump what you would consider to be a civil political environment? The answer is no. Palin should sue the New York Times for its editorial, blaming her for inciting the Gabby Giffords shooting. On a day when Republican Congressman Steve Scalise is fighting for his life, shot by a deranged leftist, the only way these cretins could process the villain-victim narrative switcheroo was to claim that the right started it. It's a smear, debunked years ago, and known as such even to devout liberals like Chris Hayes and Jonathan Chait. If I were Sarah Palin, or more accurately, the head of her super PAC, I would sue for defamation, and I'm not kidding. True. She should. See, this is the left doubling down on their point, even when they're wrong. And they were proven wrong back then, in 2011. It's not like, I guess they gambled that everybody was going to forget. But you see, none of this matters. None of this matters. Jared Lochner was a nut. But there are nuts out there. And nuts get crazy when the ground begins to shake. They may not know why the ground is shaking, but they still get crazy. This is the Wells Report.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friend Josh DeShong. Let's make this the summer where Josh sells your home as quickly as he sold ours. I love this guy. You get the Josh DeShong promise. He comes, sits down with you, you talk price and time frame. You reach an agreement on a price you'd love and a time frame you can handle. And if he can't sell that house of yours at that price in that time frame, he buys it. He promises if he can't sell it, he buys it. So get going. 972-325-6644. 972-325-6644 or getsold.net. Now, not only will he do that on the market, but there's an instant buyout program right now. They can give you an offer today without even listing the home. Best part is in a lot of areas throughout North Texas, you're getting full market value without even listing the home, not worrying about showings and stuff. So if you're really ready to move fast, go for the instant buyout program. 972-325-6644. Ask about it at 972-325-6644 or getsold.net.
My legs were awful. I always felt uncomfortable and self-conscious.
I had never been real happy about the spider veins in my ankles and my legs.
I started noticing fatigue in my leg. I was so self-conscious. Then I went to Vein Clinics of America.
It's time to love your legs again. Vein Clinics of America is the oldest, largest, most experienced vein treatment center in the U.S. Plus, using state-of-the-art laser and minimally invasive treatments, they can begin restoring the natural beauty of your legs.
Right now they're re-airing the
no
beginning of the
downtime,
game.
and most
He was the
treatments are
starting
covered by
pitcher.
insurance.
I found the Vein Clinics of America, and look at my legs now.
You just feel like, you know what, I want to do so much today. It's such a big difference.
My experience with Vein Clinics of America was amazing.
Make sure your legs look and feel their best for summer. Call now
play
to schedule a
college.
free
We play
fast-track
college
consultation
ball.
to find out how you can
We play
finally get
college
rid of those
ball.
embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Call 800-300-3388. 800-300-3388. That's 800-300-3388.
If you run your own business, when you're not on the job, you're on the road. In your van. Signs that say detour and do not enter are just plain bad for business. Well, here's a sign that's great for business. It says 0% financing and up to 2 years complimentary scheduled maintenance on Mercedes-Benz Sprinter or Metris vans. Powerful, capable, and affordable. That's Mercedes-Benz Van Power. With pioneering safety technologies and low total cost of ownership, Mercedes-Benz vans are the right choice for your business. Check out the full lineup of Mercedes-Benz vans starting at just $25,995. 0% financing and up to 2 years complimentary scheduled maintenance. That's van power for all. Mercedes-Benz. Vans. Born to run.
Starting at price refers to base model Metris worker cargo van. Excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep fee. Please see your dealer or go to mbvans.com for further details and exclusions.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
When smart businesses need to grow their team, they do it on the site proven to deliver. Indeed.com. According to an independent study, Indeed delivers 5 times more hires than any other job site, more hires than the rest combined. And right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing and relevant search results. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Hi, can I have 2 steak tacos?
Flour or corn?
Oh, no tortillas and no steak. Also add turkey, lettuce, and tomato. And just put it between 2 slices of bread.
You know this is a taco truck, right?
As a small business owner, you've got enough to deal with. Let the experts at Progressive insure your business so you can focus on whatever that was. With over 30 commercial, auto, and business coverage options, we'll build a plan that's right for you.
Oh, I'll have Swiss on that too. Thank you.
Visit ProgressiveCommercial.com to get started. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
660 AM, The Answer. The Wells Report, must-hear radio on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Random liberals seized on the map that was created by Sarah Palin's PAC that targeted Gabby Gifford's congressional district to try to connect the shooting to, because they were playing politics. See, that's grist for the mill. This is not the same thing. The shooting yesterday is not the same thing. This is a political operative of sound mind and body, apparently, who, in a premeditated display of planning, and being at the right place at the right time, ended up attempting to kill as many Republicans as he could. As I've discovered here, and as we have talked, the Gifford shooting was, this guy had been playing the taxi driver scenario to reference a Robert De Niro film. And speaking of that Robert De Niro film, we've seen two assassination attempts based on what is arguably that very movie. Mr. De Niro wants to talk about how he's been able to, how evil the right wing is for creating all this incendiary hate speech. How about one movie, Taxi Driver, maybe one of the greatest movies ever filmed, responsible for probably 2 assassinations, although you don't know with Jared Loughner, so let's say 1. We know it was 1. John Hinckley. So here's what I would say. What I would say is that if I had to summarize all of this right now, and I'm inviting you to do the same thing, if I had to summarize this right now, I would say that political rhetoric, and I will say anti-Trump political rhetoric, has gotten out of hand. I would say this lunacy of triggers and microaggressions and safe places and so on and so forth that started on America's university campuses has somehow infected the political world. I would say that there have been too many incendiary statements thrown by too many people too often. Most of them from the left. Most of them from the left. Although I will tell you, sitting at this microphone, I see myself under threat of an ever more oppressive federal government. And I have said so on this microphone. I remain loyal to it. I swore an oath. I've sworn several oaths at this point, all saying the same thing, that I am most certainly going to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States and Texas to the best of my ability. So help me God. From enemies, foreign and domestic. I am that man. I will always be. I also call things in a straightforward fashion. But when President Obama was the president of the United States, I can think of exactly one time when my self-discipline waned to the point where I insulted the man. Once. And I apologized about it the next day and a few times in subsequent times, because I caught myself surmising what President Obama's actual motivations were. And not knowing what his motivations are, that's not fair. There was a time when the president had made some sort of an un-American policy decision. I can't remember what it was, but it had something to do. I mean, it was so obviously wrong that he fixed it immediately. I can't remember what it was because, once again, it was over with in a matter of days. But I invoked then, go ahead, Mr. President, try that and see what happens. And I wasn't the only one saying stuff like that. And so the president recanted it immediately. That's the closest I can get to it. I can figure it out, go back in my records and figure it out exactly what it was. I just want you to understand that not everybody in this job is guilty of these sins. But clearly there is an issue. The issue is mainly generated by the left. Now, this is not John David on the other side of the political spectrum trying to ground out more political grist. That's not what I'm trying to get done here. This is an observation. This is after 2 days of concentrated thought on just exactly what I saw on yesterday. It's after a day and a half. The American progressive left, best exemplified by James Comey, Robert Mueller, probably at this point, Rod Rosenstein. I need to see what his bona fides are. I need to find out just exactly where Rod Rosenstein came up in the conversation. Because it seems to me that Rod is, he is in the president's administration as a deputy DOJ attorney general. He's not helping. And maybe James Comey doesn't have to be loyal to the president, but Rod Rosenstein, he's a political appointee. He needs to be loyal to the president, and that's not what I'm seeing here. But this deep state sabotage of the president of the United States is inexcusable. There is a play in New York, in Central Park, that slaughters a president, a Julius Caesar, in the image of Donald Trump. As far as I know, it's playing right now. Getting rave reviews, big-time sponsorships, including a sponsorship from the New York Times. Now, you can say all you want to that this is something that, hey, it's been done before with other presidents. But sure as hell wasn't done with President Obama. And it sure as hell's been done with President Trump. You can try to wiggle out from underneath that all you want to. But Kathy Griffin's ideology was plain. And it all comes down to a simple, basic truth. Not only do American leftists hate President Trump, but they hate the American voters who voted for President Trump. And they believe that the people who voted for President Trump, all the electors, all the people of the United States, are incompetent. Think about what that means. This is how totalitarianism starts. A small group of people think that they are so much smarter than a huge group of people. But that's what we have here. And so what they end up trying to do is they end up trying to disassemble the government of the people, for the people, by the people. I'm sorry, but that's in the Constitution. Again, you want to know why I call progressive leftist thugs by that name? It's because they're anti-American leftist progressive thugs. Somebody said, we're spending too much time talking about the fact that these people are attacking our president. That's where the defense needs to be applied most stridently right now. Yes, President Trump is working his butt off, making exceptionally good moves. The economy shows it. But here we are, talking about a leftist, progressive, thug trying to kill Republicans yesterday. And we're talking about a leftist, progressive, political thug trying to disassemble the presidency of the United States, this in the person of Robert Mueller, and an already demonstrated deep state, perhaps ringleader in James Comey. That's what we're talking about. The President of the United States needs to fight fire with fire. He needs to immediately call for the naming of a special prosecutor to prosecute Hillary Clinton's renegade server. And I mean really go after it. Hillary Clinton needs to be in a courtroom somewhere explaining why she had a secure compartmented information facility in her house, and yet she had an independent server in a bathroom closet within yards of the skiff doing all of her state business, all of her Department of State business. She needs to get into a federal court and testify as to why that happened and whose idea it was. And all these people that set it up, gone. That's what needs to happen first. Domestic spying on the part of the Obama administration by virtue of the deep state intelligence agencies working with the president in an absolutely improper fashion, so improper that the FISA court itself told him to knock it off. That needs to be investigated. Is it true that Susan Rice was simply trying to back up, I don't know, career intelligence analysts with her own specialized analysis of data coming from a Russian operative talking to an American, who, by the way, she asked the identity of? And, by the way, asked for the phone number of the cell phone so she could track that person around Washington, D.C. in an effort to find out who this person was meeting with, where they were having lunch, where they lived, on and on and on. It's on a spreadsheet. It's called evidence now. All of that needs to get chased down. The president needs to start asking for what the Democrats have demanded. A special prosecutor. So fine, let's do that. Let's get a special prosecutor on the trail of Loretta Lynch. And by the way, why not get a special prosecutor on the tail of Lois Lerner? Let's deliver all 4 of those investigations when we get finished with them, of course, after a careful investigation of family members and dogs and cats and everybody else having to do with any of these people, just like Mueller is doing with the Trump family. Let's deliver all of those to a federal grand jury, and let's see who gets prosecuted. In for a penny, in for a pound, I say. Let's go after it. Let's really get this done. You want to fight? Let's fight. This is the Wells Report.
The Mark Davis Show.
Wrapping up this week has turned into quite an unexpected exercise because nobody saw Wednesday morning coming. Amid all the grotesque anti-Trump rhetoric, no one could have foreseen a hate monger shooting at members of Congress on a ball field. So what happens now? Does it change the discourse? Should it change conservative strategy? All this and wrapping up the week and overnight news on our Friday show.
The Mark Davis Show. Weekday mornings at 7, right before Mike Gallagher at 10 on 660 AM. The Answer.
Hi, this is Andy Tuttle, host of Tuttle Talk every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on 660 AM. The Answer. We're in a real estate market where there's a lot of difficulty, but in difficulty, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Buying, selling, avoiding foreclosure, modifying your credit, all these things are so important to your livelihood. This show is dedicated to cutting through some of the big headlines that you see out there and teaching you how to win in any marketplace. Thank you for tuning in to Tuttle Talk every Sunday, 4 p.m. on 660 AM. The Answer. I look forward to speaking with you.
Are you living with pain, but concerned about the side effects of drugs? I was until I started taking 1 hour pain relief. And here's Lisa, a brave Marine who was seriously injured in Iraq.
After surviving an explosion, I was on horrible painkillers for lingering head, shoulder, and knee pain. My friend told me about 1 hour pain relief. Now I'm pain-free without the dangerous side effects.
1 hour pain relief is an all-natural extract from hops, the plant used to flavor beer.
It's safe and effective without the chemicals found in drugs, and your all-day relief starts in less than 1 hour.
Get a free 1-week trial for just a small shipping charge with no automatic shipments. Call 800-300-1014 right now or visit onehourpainrelief.com. If you suffer from pain but worry about side effects, call 800-300-1014. Stop living with pain. Call 800-300-1014 or visit onehourpainrelief.com.
Welcome to the show that really stinks. Odor Events, brought to you by Citrus Magic. Today, the Jones family will name all the odor events they can in 30 seconds. Ready? Go!
Rotten garbage can.
Yes, Molly.
Ew, musty basement.
Good. Jimmy.
Poopy diaper.
Yep. Haley.
Smelly socks.
Yes, Dave.
Stinky litter box.
Yes, Molly.
Ugh, funky fridge fumes.
Good. Jimmy.
Potty odor pee.
Yes, Haley.
Dad's feet. Wait, cat pee.
You're out of time. But I'm sorry. See you again next week for
That's squirrel.
Odor Events, the show that really stinks.
Want to get rid of the odor events in your home? Start using Citrus Magic. The strength of its citrus makes odors disappear and replaces them with the fresh scent of natural citrus. Citrus Magic. Use the non-aerosol spray for odor events and the solids for 24/7 odor control.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-725-1616 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-725-1616. That's 800-725-1616. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. Snoring a problem? Sleep apnea suspected? Go to simplesleepservices.com for the solution that worked for me, the simplest solution. Not surgery, implants, the CPAP machine. It is the Somnodent device. Simple oral appliance to take it home, pop it in, kiss your wife goodnight, and silent night. Simple Sleep Services. They're in Dallas and Fort Worth. Insurance covered. Folks, call them 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700 or simplesleepservices.com. simplesleepservices.com.
With the stock market near all-time highs, this is no time to assume it will only go up. The 2008 bear market wiped out 12 years of gains in just 17 months. The time to include a protective strategy in your plan is now.
This is Ken Moraif, host of the Money Matters radio show, inviting you to our free seminar.
Choose 7 p.m. Tuesday, June 20th, Alliance area, 1 p.m. Saturday, June 24th in Plano, or Thursday, June 29th, Arlington. Reserve at moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net, or call 800-994-0302.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. If it's important to you, it's on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. In an effort to be fair and balanced, Kurt Schleister in Town Hall says everything's fine. Smiled Captain Paul Ryan smarmily as he steered the Titanic into an iceberg. Now, let me get back to shafting our own voting base via my incomprehensible determination to cancel tax deductions that Republicans use instead of cutting handouts to Democrat voting freeloaders. We're sailing towards disaster in 2018. No one seems to want to acknowledge it. Let's look at the facts and evidence. We scraped by in that couple of House special elections so far. Well, it's been better than that. Because she's a droning non-performer, Theresa May took a 24-point advantage and turned it into a loss in Britain. Our GOP Republican legislators are droning non-performers who have a 10% disadvantage going into 2018. Kurtz Leister says that the Republican Congress is blowing it. Do you know why they're saying that? It's because the Republican Congress is blowing it. While all this stuff has been going on and the Republicans are thinking, well, we'll get this all fixed as soon as Mike Pence is the president of the United States, they're losing their butts. It's what they do. It's what they did between 2004 and 2006. Let's see if they fix it. Don't hold your breath. Don't do it. This is the Wells Report.
Hi, I'm Rick Foster with Guardian Financial Management and the host of Plain Talk No Worries Financial Hour. Heard right here on 660 AM at 4 o'clock every Saturday. Do you know why the stock market did so well in the 80s and 90s and why there have been 2 major crashes in the last 16 years? You need to know the reasons why so you can make the right decisions for your family. Listen to Plain Talk No Worries here every Saturday at 4 o'clock and we will pull back the curtains and show you the truth. That's 4 o'clock on Saturday right here on 660 AM The Answer.
Ever since Big Tobacco was sued for deceiving millions of Americans with misleading ads and bogus scientific claims, ordinary Americans have been paying the price. And now, Big Tobacco must pay. Over 25 years ago, these tobacco companies agreed to a master settlement agreement where a minimum of $206 billion was paid out to survivors, as well as to 46 state municipalities across the USA. These billions have been converted into interest-bearing investment vehicles in all 46 states that participated in the settlement to provide assistance to people who were deceived and whose lives were destroyed by Big Tobacco. Savvy investors have been taking advantage of these master settlement payments, and now you can find out how to get your share. Money Map Press contributor Keith Fitzgerald has created a free master settlement presentation to show you how to get in on this opportunity. Call 800-282-3487 in the next 90 minutes and leave your email address so we can send you an email with a free pass to this presentation to find out how you can capitalize on the Big Tobacco Master Settlement Agreement. Call 800-282-3487. 800-282-3487.
For the last decade, it's been called the greatest libertarian show on earth. This year will be no different. Attended by the most brilliant conservative minds today, join us for Freedom Fest, July 19th through the 22nd at the Paris Resort in Las Vegas. This year, come hear the likes of Craig Gutfeld from Fox News, actor William Shatner, and SRN's very own Larry Elder and Michael Medved. Register now at freedomfest.com and save $100 by using the code REASON100 at freedomfest.com.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. I've been telling you about Relief Factor for about 6 months now. I've been using Relief Factor for a lot longer than that. If you're struggling with ongoing back or neck pain, shoulder, hip, knee pain, general muscle aches and pain, do what I did. Go to relieffactor.com, order their 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Try it for 3 weeks, $19.95. Relieffactor.com. That's relieffactor.com, or call toll free 800-500-8384, 800-500-8384.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Authorities have captured 2 Georgia inmates who escaped after killing 2 corrections officers earlier this week.
The burden of danger is off, and that is the greatest relief we have.
Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills. House Majority Whip Steve Scalise remains in critical condition in a Washington hospital. He underwent additional surgery Thursday to treat injuries from a gunshot wound suffered during a practice for a charity congressional baseball game Wednesday.
Doctors are evaluating his condition in 12-hour increments. They say the bullet shattered his pelvis, creating a host of internal issues, foremost of which is bleeding.
Fox's Doug McElway. That charity baseball game held Thursday night at Nationals Park saw Democratic lawmakers defeating the Republicans 11-2. A tribute to Congressman Scalise held before the game, and a Capitol police officer injured in Wednesday's shooting throughout the ceremonial first pitch. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. Mike Gallagher wants the GOP to rally together.
You may be the first president in history to go down because you can't stop inappropriately talking about an investigation.
Well, no, he may be the first president to go down because he can't get fellow Republicans like you to support him. I don't know why this is so hard for Republicans to muster at least the pretense of support for a president who is under siege by the American media.
The Mike Gallagher Show, weekday mornings at 10, right before Dennis Prager at noon on 660 AM. The Answer.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? Are you tired of paying high fees and commission even when you lose your money? How would you like to have guaranteed growth and a lifetime of income you could never outlive? Then join Brian Baker for the Smart Money Radio Show every Saturday at 5 p.m. Brian is an expert and can give you the answers to those questions and will teach you how to be smart with your money. That's Smart Money Radio with Brian Baker every Saturday at 5 p.m. right here on 660 AM. The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. An already hot summer is going to get warmer still with the heat of battle. Conservatives are battling for everything. You know we are. We have a Republican president, Republican Congress, and yet still everything is a struggle. Let's get these things done by doing business with a company that shares our values. Patriot Mobile. 1-800-A-PATRIOT, patriotmobile.com/Mark. Why is this important? Because your cell phone company, if it's one of the big mobile companies I could name, they gave millions to Hillary, Nancy Pelosi's cronies, gun grabbers, border softies. If that's okay with you, great. If not, switch on over. And when you switch to Patriot Mobile at 1-800-A-PATRIOT or patriotmobile.com/Mark, when you do, know that any contributions they make will go to conservative causes and candidates. You get the same phone selection, great service, save some money. So switch on over now. I feel great being a Patriot Mobile customer, getting conservative goals closer to reality. 1-800-A-PATRIOT, 1-800-A-PATRIOT, or patriotmobile.com/Mark. patriotmobile.com/Mark.
Warning, if you've recently declared bankruptcy, you're going to want to cover your ears because there's an alternative to bankruptcy and it could be better than you'd ever think possible. But if you've already declared bankruptcy and have missed this opportunity, you'll want to cover your ears now. Here it is. Right now, the company that has resolved more credit card debt than anyone in the U.S. may be able to settle your debt too. You can resolve your debt with one low monthly program payment. If you call right now and qualify, Freedom Debt Relief will show you how low your monthly program payment could be for free. Call now, 1-800-600-7115. That's 1-800-600-7115. If you're struggling with debt, this could be your answer. And the bigger your debt, the more money you could save. To find out for free how much of your hard-earned money Freedom Debt Relief could help you save, call now, 1-800-600-7115. 1-800-600-7115. 1-800-600-7115.
Do you have low back or neck pain? Does it run down your arms or your legs? Do you have a bulging or herniated disc degeneration, or spinal arthritis? Even worse, have you been told you need back surgery or injections? If you answered yes, then please listen to what I have to say. My name is Dr. Chad Vines, DC, at Genesis Back and Neck, and I use the most advanced spinal decompression system available, the DRX 9000, to correct back problems just like yours. We don't use addictive drugs, and we don't use any type of dangerous invasive surgery for these problems. Spinal decompression is safe, FDA cleared, and it's not painful, and has about an 86% success rate. We accept most insurances, and your first visit will be at no charge. You will sit down and visit with me personally until I've answered all of your questions. And if you're a candidate for decompression, you can try out the treatment all at no charge to you. So if you're ready to not hurt anymore and don't want to have surgery, call me at 817-328-1922. That's 817-328-1922, or online at mylowback.com.
Over 70 million Americans have unhealthy blood pressure levels. Are you one of them? Introducing Berkeley Life, a 100% drug-free supplement to help maintain normal, healthy blood pressure while supporting energy and vitality. Now, for a limited time, try Berkeley Life free. Call 800-709-0668. A key to maintaining healthy blood pressure is your body's nitric oxide levels. Berkeley Life helps to boost nitric oxide levels naturally. The breakthrough is from a discovery which won a Nobel Prize in medicine on nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream. Berkeley Life includes free saliva test strips to see your levels instantly. Now there is a supplement you test yourself and can see it's working. In a consumer study, 91% felt healthier after taking Berkeley Life for just 3 weeks. Here's Dr. Regina Drews, board-certified cardiologist.
I recommend the Berkeley Life supplement
supplement and test strips to help my patients maintain a healthier heart and blood vessels.
Get your free 30-day supply. Call 800-709-0668. Just pay shipping and handling. 800-709-0668. 800-709-0668. Results may vary.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to announce that KFC's new spicy, crispy Zinger chicken sandwich is now available in a $5 fill-up for a limited time. Why? Because who wants to spend $7 on a meal at a burger place when you could spend $5 on a hand-breaded Zinger chicken sandwich, wedges, a cookie, and a drink at KFC? I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the Zinger and a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. I love Chris Cillizza, and the reason I love Chris Cillizza is because he is prolific. He is prolific. And in his prolification, he's learning that it's not necessarily volume that carries the day. Sometimes you got to have quality. More about that in a minute. Lee in Decatur, Texas. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report.
Thank you. I love your program.
Thank you, sir.
I thought that if Trump had directed Mueller to bring charges against Comey for illegally leaking a memo that's privileged because it's between Comey and the president, that if Mueller did it, well, then fine, then there goes Comey, and Mueller can't give Comey, some sort of a backroom deal. But more likely Mueller would refuse, and then Trump could fire him just because Trump's already admitted to doing it.
Well, the way it works is this. First of all, the president would not go to Mueller for any of that. He'd go to his Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
Oh, I see.
I fully expect if he's going to go after Comey, that's what he'd do. I fully expect that Jeff Sessions and Donald Trump are going to be coming together to create at least 2 special prosecutors, maybe 3. And the president has a problem. Donald Trump went from being an aggressive, straightforward, truthful man to being another president of the United States. Well, that puts him in a very small club. There are only, George W. Bush is in it, President Obama is in it, President Clinton is in it, George H.W. Bush is in it, and that's it. He's got to figure out now how he goes about taking out the wife of a former president of the United States. And now he's got a pretext because these people are treating him horribly. And this is the next most logical move. This is a logical move. What I would do is I would just have special prosecutors running out the Democrats' ears till they said, stop, we don't need this. No, we don't need it. Well, of course we do. You've said it yourself. We absolutely have to get to the bottom of this Russian thing. Doggone it. And why not? Let's just expand that to whether or not I tried to get James Comey why obstructed justice. And let's see if there's some Russian money laundering. And let's go ahead and get into my son-in-law's life. Let's go ahead and disassemble his life too. Come to think of it, you know what, Melania, there's got to be something going on. You guys need to really get to work on that. While you guys are working on trying to disassemble my life, I'm going to go ahead and start taking out Hillary Clinton, because she's got to explain to some federal judge somewhere at some moment why it was that she was able to destroy all of those all of those pieces of the United States archives while she was the Secretary of State. Come to think of it, we're gonna have to get into that Obama administration too. If I'm gonna take out the wife of President Clinton, I might as well take out the presidency of President Obama.
Yeah.
Now that's rarefied air, but if his own presidency is up for grabs, and it seems like that's where the left wants it, he is not without moves, and I would suggest that he start making them as quickly as possible.
Whoa, that's dramatic.
I know it's dramatic, but this is a dramatic moment. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where, you see, what we're seeing is the anti-American, progressive, thug left doing whatever they have to do to keep control of the United States. Across the aisle from them, and representing us, is a set of weaklings who follow the rules to the point where they can't, not only can they not break the rules, they can't break bones.
Mm.
You know what? The Democrats have no problem breaking bones.
Yep.
They just don't.
And going after the children too.
And let's get Barron involved. Is Barron really a polite young kid, or is he just faking it? Let's go ahead and let's put a special prosecutor on his ass too.
Mm.
See what I mean?
Yep.
See, and what'll end up happening is that if it was me, and if I was in Donald Trump's place, this is why you never want to vote for me for president. I wouldn't stop after they did.
No.
You see, and I've got a history of that. It's like, geez. Wells got a long fuse, man. It's miles long. You really have to push him around to get him to really like react. But geez, when he reacts, he essentially destroys everything in the room. I mean, it happens so quickly, and there's so many injuries that there's really not a whole lot anybody can do about it. So how about this? Why don't we just leave Wells alone? I actually have a reputation for that a little bit. Just leave JDB. Because he will solve the problem if you piss him off enough. What I would do is I would take out every single person. I'd take them all out. Not physically. I would have them so badly epoxied into federal courtrooms, they would pray for the moment that they could retire and get away from all this crap. It would be my mission to see every single one of those people headed off to jail like the gaffed fish that they would be at the end of the day if they had treated me like this as president of the United States. I'd put people in prison, not as political prisoners. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even do it. What I would do is I would simply say, you know what? Here's what I think. I want to see a special prosecutor on it. I want to see a case in 90 days having to do with that server. And when I see that case, I'm going to turn it over to my White House counsel, and I'm going to have him look at that case. And I'm going to say, can we win in court with that case? And he'll say yes or no. If he says no, is there anything else in this story? I'll ask the investigators. And if they says no, then we'll drop it. But if he says yes, we'll win with his case. Off to the grand jury it goes. And then the next case would come to me about Susan Rice spying using misappropriation of American intelligence assets. But you know what? That's a bigger fish to fry because going with that is James Clapper and John Brennan. And, oh, yeah, our good old friend James Comey. And I'd say, okay, can we win with this case? Yes, we can. Boom, off to the grand jury. These things work both ways. What's good for I said this earlier today, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If the president of the United States wants to be the president of the United States, and if indeed he is the person that I wanted to be president of the United States, oh, by the way, someone who could win a fist fight, well, here's a first-class fist fight for you, Mr. President. Let's see how that right cross looks. Because the left hooks you're getting hit with right now, they're doing damage, brother. Step back, let that left hook miss, fire that straight right. Bam! And don't stop until they're crying in your office. Crying. You'll know. That's what has to happen. But then again, you know, this supposes that the Republican Party is up for it. The Republican Party isn't. Donald Trump is. But the Republican Party isn't. The Republican Party is not up to the task of running a great country. You may hate the way the Democrats do it, but you know what? The Democrats know how to run a great country. And it's hard. And you got to be tough. And you got to be willing to go to the wall for your people. I don't have the faintest notion as to why these people who work and work and work and finally get us, you and me, Republicans, etc., why we finally work hard enough to get them elected to all of these important offices in numbers, in majorities like we have in the House and the Senate. I don't know why we keep doing this when they are clearly demonstrative of the fact that they can't deal with the pressure. They can't deal with the power. They do not know how to use it. They don't know how to protect it. And they don't know who their friends are. Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell have no idea who their friends are. I guarantee you they think their friends are Democrats. They don't think that Donald Trump is their friend. They think Donald Trump is part of the problem, which is why they sit there on their butts and let this president continually, and Mike Gallagher just said it in a promo not 10 minutes ago. He said the Republican Party is allowing this president to wither under siege from the American mainstream media. The evidence is all around us. We see the evidence all around us. Ramesh Ponnuru, the Democrats' leftward march. The party is now well to the left of where it was during the Bill Clinton administration. And from what we can hear from Bernie Sanders, he says in order to win, it must go even further left. There is no America if the Democrat Party goes further left and wins elections. But what will the Republicans do when they can't even defend a president? This is the Wells Report.
Make plans now to join Kathy DeWitt Dunn every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. for Safe Money Talk Radio. Kathy is the retirement planning and annuity expert. She has helped thousands of individuals and families learn how to protect and grow retirement assets, create income that can't be outlived, and provide a financial legacy for future generations, all while eliminating stock market risk. Listen to Kathy DeWitt Dunn every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. on Safe Money Talk Radio, right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hello, Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friend Josh DeShong. Let's make this the summer where Josh sells your home as quickly as he sold ours. I love this guy. You get the Josh DeShong promise. He comes, sits down with you, you talk price and time frame. You reach an agreement on a price you'd love and a time frame you can handle. And if he can't sell that house of yours at that price in that time frame, he buys it. He promises if he can't sell it, he buys it. So get going. 972-325-6644. 972-325-6644 or getsold.net. Now, not only will he do that on the market, but there's an instant buyout program right now. They can give you an offer today without even listing the home. Best part is in a lot of areas throughout North Texas, you're getting full market value without even listing the home, not worrying about showings and stuff. So if you're really ready to move fast, go for the instant buyout program. 972-325-6644. Ask about it at 972-325-6644 or getsold.net.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. I went from being able to work 14, 16 hours a day with no problem to where I could barely walk a block to the store. I went on to the phytonutrients about 6 months ago, and within a couple of months, my medical doctor had cut my prescriptions down in a little bit smaller dosage.
Hey, John David.
The next time I went back a month
later,
later,
the guy that's pitching for the
doctor's
Democrats
office, and he said, "My gosh, what's happened to
in
you?
Congress
You don't
for
even look like
5
the same
years.
person." He looked at my legs.
He's compiled a
and the
5-0
swelling was down.
record,
My blood pressure was down.
a 2.85
That
ERA,
I'd had on my legs for the last
45
4 or 5 years
strikeouts
because
and
of the poor
27 innings
circulation.
pitched.
We're all healed, and I'm feeling far better.
The new challenge
Yes.
will allow you to receive 2 months of Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies
same.
free. And we'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code 660AM.
If you're a business owner, I want you to imagine standing on home plate in front of a sold-out crowd of 50,000 raving fans at a professional baseball game. They give you the microphone and you have 60 seconds to tell the crowd why they should do business with you. Out of 50,000 people, do you think you might get some new customers? Sure you would. Now imagine you could do that in front of 4 sold-out baseball games. That's 200,000 people. Did you know that's how many people listen to 660 AM The Answer every week? And you have the opportunity to stand in front of the 660 AM The Answer microphone and get 60 seconds to tell our raving fans all about your business. Do you think you'd get new customers if you did that? You bet. The businesses you hear on 660 AM The Answer are knocking it out of the park with new customers. If you're open to seeing how much it costs to advertise your business on 660 AM The Answer, send an email request to advertise@ksky.com. That's advertise@ksky.com. Let's play ball.
After a rough day on the range, a fella can get a bit saddle sore. That's why I use Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. It works fast and penetrates deep to soothe my tired muscles and joints.
And he don't stink.
And I'll tell you one thing, I had no idea this stuff was so darn handy.
Blue Emu Original Super Strength Cream. Available at all major retailers. It works fast for long-lasting soothing of tired muscles and joints.
And you won't stink.
Big Town is back. Don't miss premier gun shows at Big Town this weekend. Big Town is back with over 700 tables of guns, knives, ammo, and accessories. Come and buy, sell, or trade. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking for that special piece to add to your gun, knife, ammo, or military collection, we have it all under one roof. Visit our website at BigTownGunShow.com or call 817-732-1194. Premier gun shows at Big Town this weekend at the Big Town Event Center. Don't miss this show.
Saying I don't know is no longer acceptable. This is 660 AM, The Answer. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John Newt Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Chris Cillizza writes for CNN. He's an editor at large. On November 8th, 2016, Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton, the single biggest upset in modern American politics. That was 219 days ago. And yet, on Thursday afternoon, Trump sent 2 tweets attacking his former opponent. Quote, "Why is that Hillary Clinton's family and Dems dealing with Russia are not looked at, but my non-dealings are," unquote. He followed that up 12 minutes later with a second tweet. Quote, "Crooked H destroyed phones with hammer, bleached emails, and had husband meet with AG days before she was cleared. And they talk about obstruction," unquote. Cillizza, instead of actually reading the tweets and seeing the messages inside them, says this: "What these twin tweets suggest is something we already knew. Trump just can't quit the 2016 election and Clinton." What? Are you actually paying attention to what he's saying in the tweets, Chris Cillizza? He spent weeks reveling in his stunning win. He reminded everybody who asked, and lots of people who didn't, that he had won over 300 electoral votes, 306 in fact, a feat people said was impossible for any Republican. As his 100th day in office approached, Trump handed out electoral maps to reporters coming to talk to him about what they had done for those first 100 days. The 2016 election represented Trump's greatest triumph, his life's work, proving that all the elites who mocked him or said he couldn't do something were mistaken all along. They had to eat their words. He was right. Everybody else was wrong. The end. Trump won the election. It's over. Has been for a long time. We're now closer to November 2017 than we are to November 2016. In winning, he became the president. Did he really? Cillizza writes, "Memo to Donald Trump. The election ended 219 days ago. You won." Did he really? (866-660-5759), 866-660-5759. Did Donald Trump really win the presidency 219 days ago? Because it sure as hell doesn't look like it to me. In fact, if Donald Trump won the presidency 219 days ago, then the mainstream media who covers him, arguably most of the American political left, all of these people together lost their American patriotism and their understanding of this great republic at the exact same time. This is the Wells Report.
Sean Hannity has an answer to at least a few of the problems plaguing this country.
50 million on food stamps, 95 million Americans out of the labor force, worst recovery since the 40s, double the national debt. If we can get the Trump agenda through, we're going to help all those people that are suffering because of bad government policies.
The Sean Hannity Show, afternoons at 2, right before Larry Elder at 5 on 660 AM. The Answer.
This is Lanhee Chen of the Hoover Institute.
Check. Checkity doo-dah, checkity A. Oh, good. Hang on.
Knowing how blessed we are to live in this remarkable country, even as we are saddened by news of the shooting of House Majority Whip Steve Scalise and 4 others, including 2 Capitol police officers who were wounded while doing their jobs. We recognize that we as Americans must be about so much more than what separates us. We come together to celebrate the bravery of our first responders and marvel at those who place their lives on the line each day to protect the things we hold dear. And we come together in spite of the pettiness in politics to honor those who serve the public each day, selflessly and courageously. Now is a time for us to rise above our differences. Now is a time to elevate the tone of our public discussions and to remember that our fates are tied together as Americans. I'm Lan Hee Chen.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you may be kicking yourself in the head. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial, and interest rates have gone up recently and will continue to rise, but they're still...
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go again. This is Meg Meeker, Wildline 336. It's a fantastic book. It's more than a Rosetta Stone. It's more than a cookbook. It's actually a guide that can really change people's lives. 5:30. We're speaking with Dr. Meg Meeker. She is the author of Hero, Being the Strong Father Your Children Need. You can win, by the way, you can win your very own copy of you can win your very own copy of Dr. Meeker's book by registering at 660amtheanswer.com. All you have to do is click on the Regnery banner. That's our publisher. It's right there on the homepage, and off you go. Dr. Meeker, you say this book is your favorite? So that being said, Dr. Meeker, you say that this is your favorite book? 1316. As we continue our conversation, the book Hero, Being the Strong Father Your Children Need, we've got more as we continue our conversation. The book Hero, Being the Strong Father as we continue our conversation. The book is Hero, Being the Strong Father Your Children Need. We have more coming up next with Dr. Meg Meeker. But don't forget, you can win your very own free copy of this book by going to 660amtheanswer.com and registering. Look for the big Regnery banner on the homepage. You're listening to the Wells Reports. This is 660 AM The Answer. Please pick it up as soon as you can. You can also go to 660amtheanswer.com and register to win your very own copy for free. I'm keeping this one, by the way. Dr. Meeker, thank you very much. Continue your work. We sincerely appreciate it. I can hardly wait for your next one. Thank you very much for spending some time with us here on the Wells Report.
Stop the dad shaming. That's kind of where I want you to go with it.
It's called dad shaming. It's been going on most of my adult life. It drives me completely crazy. And in all of this desert of put downs and hassles, there is one bright light named Dr. Meg Meeker. Her very latest work is Hero, Being the Strong Father Your Children Need, and you can win a copy of it. But before you rush down to the website, click on the Regnery banner and try to win a copy of this book. What I want you to do is listen to us speak with Dr. Meg Meeker next time on the Wells Report. Ooh, that is seamless. Oh, that's seamless right there. Oh, that was very... I'm sorry. Mark Davis, it's Friday, and you know what that means. Two more days left in the work week. Yeah. Tonight on the Wells Report, we're going to be speaking with one of my favorite people. She is Dr. Meg Meeker. She has written a book called Hero, Being the Strong Father Your Children Need. This is a book that you got to have. And, oh, by the way, this is a book that you can win for free. Not only will you hear about Dr. Meg Meeker's latest ideals and ideas, Dr. Meg Meeker's latest ideas about being a great dad, but you'll also figure out a way to win this book for free by yourself. And I'll have all that for you coming up later on tonight on the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
Developing results-oriented campaigns for businesses just like yours. Call today for your free, no-obligation consultation. Call 972-402-8800, extension 225.
660 AM. 660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM. TheAnswer.com. Now, more of the
Still Mark
Wells
Davis cross
Report with
promotion.
John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number 866-660-5759. Let's find out what Mark Davis is going to be doing for us. What is that? Tomorrow on the Friday edition of the Mark Davis Show. Mark, tell us.
Hey, JD, good Thursday night. So tomorrow morning, we get to wrap up this week. Quite the unexpected exercise, because nobody saw Wednesday morning coming, right? Amid all the grotesque anti-Trump rhetoric, nobody could have foreseen some hate monger shooting at members of Congress on a practice field yesterday morning. So what happens now moving forward? Does it change the discourse? Is there any adjustment to conservative strategy? We'll talk about this, overnight developments, any kind of news we need to take care of as we get everybody into a hot weekend. Mark Davis Show tomorrow, Friday program, 7 to 10 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Did Donald Trump actually win the presidency 219 days ago? Yes or no, and why? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. The prolific yet corrosive Chris Cillizza has decided that President Trump needs to quit picking on Hillary Clinton and move on. All right, come on. It's been 219 days. You won the presidency. Get on with it. You know, he would if it wasn't for the fact that he's got the deep state nipping at his heels every time he turns around. The mainstream media making complete idiots of themselves in their effort to try to take Donald Trump down the tubes, trying to disenfranchise a vast majority of Americans. You know, whenever I keep hearing about how President Obama was so badly treated and how Donald Trump was never treated this badly as President Obama was, I wish I could go back in time and actually say what I was thinking when I was being respectful of the president. President Obama, I mean. It's not that I was being dishonest. I told you what I thought. But I certainly didn't use the terms to describe President Obama that have been used to describe President Trump. And perhaps I should have. Because I guarantee you, anybody that had tried to do this with any other president in the United States would literally be in jail for sedition. Can you imagine Donald Trump being treated, or can you imagine President Clinton being treated the way Donald Trump was? President Clinton lied in federal court. His high crime and misdemeanor, you know, it was a high crime and misdemeanor. It really was. It was the real deal. They didn't have to go looking for it. They had it right there on a piece of paper. It's called a transcript, a court transcript. They didn't have to have a special counsel. They're sincerely talking about trying to remove this guy from office. That will not occur. It will not. They are not going to attack this president to the point that they use their bag of tools in the most unbalanced, hypocritical, and just plain corrupt way to remove the people's president. Not on my watch. It's not going to happen. And it shouldn't on your watch either, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. If you're a Democrat and you're reveling in the way this president's being treated, you just wait. You wait until the next Democrat president comes up and they try it with him or her. You wait. The I told you so's. What I'll do is I will stop every 45 seconds and play a recording of me going, I told you so. Hi, you're listening to the Wells Report. I told you so. Yeah, we'll go everywhere in America and broadcast from remote locations everywhere in the country. The I Told You So tour. Hey, don't think we can't do it. Where do you think I got the idea? That's right, from our executive producer, Vicky Steifer. If you listen very, very closely back in the background, you can hear Vicky Steifer's voice on this microphone. You know, it sounds like what it actually, you know what she's saying?
I told you so. I told you so.
Every 45 seconds for the last 7 years.
Told you so.
Huh? I've told you exactly. So I know how to do it. Has Donald Trump actually been the president for 219 days? Or has he fought for tooth and nail for every inch of what he's been doing for the last 219 days? That's what I say he's been doing. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's fiendish, in fact. Fiendish. Fiendish. I am absolutely, without doubt, as disappointed in my fellow media members, talking about the ones that I used to revere. I have to be honest with you. You know, the better I got at this, the more I realized that it could be done. And the less I see of it, when I realized that you could honestly report the news every day, and the less I see of that in news reporting every day, I become more and more disappointed with my fellow journalists. You know, I was thinking about a guy today who is the most fair journalist that I have seen since I've been in this town. You know who it is? Aside from, well, Gordon Griffin, okay? Kevin Coakley from Channel 5. Straight down the line. Report the story. He reported on 660 AM The Answer in those listening parties when we were doing the debates. He came a couple of times. Was there a hint of politics in what he did? Not one. He came to this studio where I was and talked to me a little bit. And in the actual report, we were talking about news coverage and so on and so forth. In the actual report, what he did is he took a cutaway. That's a brief shot. That was of something in the studio. In this particular case, it was the Trump Pence sign over my shoulder right here. It's up in the control room it's up in this talk radio studio where we show up every day. Does it mean that we were biased? Yeah, it could be. Was I biased on the air? No. I was truthful on the air. Worked as hard as I possibly could to get the left on the air. They wouldn't do it. It's up to them. I'm not gonna tackle them at the airport and drag them kicking and screaming to the studio to ask them how they plan on running the country if they're elected to the presidency. I'm not going to do that. But he used the medium to tell the story brilliantly and beautifully. There are people there that tell you the news. There truly are. But by and large, I'm just not seeing it anymore. And I hope I see it again soon. Ramesh Ponnuru talks about the progressive left's takeover of the Democrat Party. Both victory and defeat have been radicalizing experiences for the Democrat Party. He says it himself, radicalizing experiences for the Democrat Party. Democrats move left after losing to George W. Bush. They move further left after winning with Barack Obama. Now they seem to be still moving farther left under President Donald Trump. The cumulative effect of all of this movement has been to put the party well to the left of where it was during President Clinton's administration. Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign felt it necessary to disavow many of her husband's old stances, some of them her own, because they weren't far left enough. President Clinton signed a tough-on-crime bill. Hillary Clinton said it went too far. President Clinton appointed a commission that recommended a reduction in illegal immigration and briefly endorsed that recommendation. Hillary Clinton campaigned against large-scale raids and roundups of illegal immigrants and vowed to bring back some of those who had been deported. Bill Clinton supported free trade, or what he called free trade, fighting to get the North American Free Trade Agreement approved. Hillary Clinton repudiated that big trade agreement up for discussion in 2016, the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Leading Democrats, including Bill Clinton, seemed open to paring back the growth of entitlement programs in the 1990s. Last year, Hillary Clinton campaigned on an across-the-board increase of Social Security benefits. The Democrat Party's liberalism became more pronounced on social issues, too. Bill Clinton said abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. By 2016, the Democrat platform no longer called for making abortion rare, but did call explicitly for federal funding of abortion for low-income women. Bill Clinton signed legislation codifying marriage as a union of a man and a woman for the purposes of federal law. Hillary Clinton came out for same-sex marriages in 2013. She wasn't leading the way on any of the issues. She was dragged there by left-wing activists, the left-wing, anti-American, progressive thugs that currently lord over the Democrat Party. Arguably, these new leftist political thugs, you know, the people that are swearing everywhere they go, they're just vile profanity. They do it all the time. It's the new thing. These are progressives. These are the people who have taken over the party. They are thugs. Listen to them talk. Look at what they do. They are quite adept at pointing at a group of people that they disagree with and calling them fascists, when truly what they are fascists. Odds are pretty good the Democrats' next presidential nominee will run on a program even more left-wing than the one Hillary Clinton adopted in 2016. If they do, they'll lose, but we'll see. Many Democrats want to weaken the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, which was passed almost by acclamation under President Clinton. The ACLU, which once championed the law, is on board. The party is moving left on health care. Most House Democrats have concluded the problems with Obamacare are the reason to create a federal government monopoly on health insurance. In other words, since Obamacare didn't work, let's take over the whole shooting match. This is what is yawning before us. Donald Trump stands between us and an uncertain socialist fate. He needs your help. It's time for you to show yourselves and help. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Hello, Howard. Garrett the Dirt Doctor here. I got a little show on the weekends, Sunday morning, and it's about natural organic gardening. We talk about landscaping and pest control. We talk about tree care. We talk about specific pest control on some things where other people say there are no solutions. Things like oak wilt, rose rosette, crepe myrtle bark scale, and fungal canker on Italian cypress. Join me every Sunday morning, 8 to 11, right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? Are you tired of paying high fees and commission even when you lose your money? How would you like to have guaranteed growth and a lifetime of income you could never outlive? Then join Brian Baker for the Smart Money Radio Show every Saturday at 5 p.m. Brian is an expert and can give you the answers to those questions and will teach you how to be smart with your money. That's Smart Money Radio with Brian Baker every Saturday at 5 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer.
Have you racked up more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? You should know the credit card companies are tricking you into thinking there's no way out. Credit card companies would rather you didn't know that there are ways you can become debt-free and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. There are debt relief programs that help people like you escape overwhelming credit card debt. National Debt Relief has helped tens of thousands of people just like you reduce more than $500 million of debt. National Debt Relief has helped so many people. They're A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau. You don't have to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan. You have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Reduce a portion of your debt now. Call National Debt Relief at 800-518-4020. 800-518-4020. That's 800-518-4020.
Greta is a drill instructor.
On your feet and negotiate this obstacle.
Yes, ma'am. When it comes to training lean, mean fighting machines, she doesn't mess around.
I do not have all day, people.
But in her free time, Greta's an amazing poet, and she knows it.
The green grass, it whispers to me like an ancient firefly.
Look at her throw those verses with confidence. But when it comes to getting a mortgage, Greta's less confident.
A little help here?
Fortunately for Greta, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so she can understand the details and know she's getting the right mortgage.
My confidence. It's returned like a jealous lover on a rainy night.
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Go to rocketmortgage.com today.
Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. And MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Hey, it's Mark Davis from my friends at Simple Sleep Services. If snoring is a problem in your life, and if it's a problem in your life, it's a problem for everybody in your life. Let's get the simplest, least invasive solution. That's what they did for me at Simple Sleep Services. What you have with Simple Sleep is a way to avoid implants and surgery and the CPAP device by just calling 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700. They're in Dallas and Fort Worth. Insurance covers most folks. It's the Somnodent device. Simple appliance. They make it for you. They did one for me. You take it home, you pop it in, kiss your wife goodnight, and silent night. Absolutely fantastic. Diagnosis from a board-certified sleep physician. They have a home sleep study, so you're not in some lab. Call them for more information. 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700. SimpleSleepServices.com. Wonderful people. I'm so glad I met them, and you will be too. 469-685-1700 or SimpleSleepServices.com.
Over 70 million Americans have unhealthy blood pressure levels. Are you one of them? Introducing Berkeley Life, a 100% drug-free supplement to help maintain normal, healthy blood pressure while supporting energy and vitality. Now, for a limited time, try Berkeley Life free. Call 800-709-0668. A key to maintaining healthy blood pressure is your body's nitric oxide levels. Berkeley Life helps to boost nitric oxide levels naturally. The breakthrough is from a discovery which won a Nobel Prize in medicine on nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream. Berkeley Life includes free saliva test strips to see your levels instantly. Now there is a supplement you test yourself and can see it's working. In a consumer study, 91% felt healthier after taking Berkeley Life for just 3 weeks. Here's Dr. Regina Drews, board-certified cardiologist.
I recommend the Berkeley Life supplement and test strips to help my patients maintain a healthier heart and blood vessels.
Get your free 30-day supply. Call 800-709-0668. Just pay shipping and handling. 800-709-0668. 800-709-0668. Results may vary.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. Otto Warmbier came home a couple of days ago. He was turned over to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, barely alive. He suffered a pronounced lack of oxygen to his brain. Considering the rest of the things that were discussed at a press conference at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, probably had something to do with the fact that he had been drugged pretty heavily and his respiration couldn't keep up with the needs for oxygen for his brain. He wanted a propaganda poster on the wall of some city in North Korea. He paid for that indiscretion with his life. And Kim Jong-un has written yet another check he can't cash. Executive producer of the Wells Report is Vicki Stifer. Technical director, conductor of the Wells Report Orchestra is Magic Matt Swinney. I'm John David Wells. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow for another edition of the Wells Report.
In 1967, Arab forces attempted to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. 6 days later, Israel had triumphed, and Jerusalem stood reunified for the first time in nearly 2,000 years. Honor the 50-year anniversary of this historic triumph by joining Mike Gallagher and Dennis Prager for Stand With Israel, a 9-day odyssey celebrating Israel's past, present, and future. Explore Israel's heritage at Galilee and Jerusalem. Embrace the present, touring modern Tel Aviv. You'll meet with high-ranking Israeli leaders and understand more deeply the complexities and marvels of modern Israel. You'll walk on soil contended for with courage. As a conservative American, you can show your support. Stand With Israel. October 22nd through November 1st. Includes luxury accommodations, delicious meals, and safe transportation.
Look forward to something special this year. Stand With Israel. For details about this all-inclusive trip happening this fall, visit 660amtheanswer.com.
You are about to hear from Dr. Douglas Howard.
After 20 years and tens of thousands of success stories, Balance of Nature is still the only pure whole food supplement available. Balance of Nature has served more than 500 million servings of fruits and vegetables. Don't accept imitations, copies, or substitutions. Our success stories are unique to Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll know you have the real thing when you open the bottles and see, smell, and taste real produce.
It is worth every penny I pay because they really have made such a difference in my life. It is making me feel a whole lot better.
Even my doctor thought it was a good product.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you for free. Call now for details.
Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code 660AM.
Once again, there's uncertainty in the stock market, so it's more important than ever that you have a protective strategy as part of your plan.
This is Ken Moraif, host of the Money Matters radio show, inviting you to our free seminar.
7 p.m. Tuesday, June 20th, Holiday Inn Express Alliance area. 1 p.m. Saturday, June 24th in the Money Matters building in Plano, or Thursday, June 29th, Hilton Arlington. Don't wait until it's too late. Reserve at moneymatters.net. That's moneymatters.net. Or call 800-994-0302.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison.
The investigation continues into the man who opened fire at a congressional baseball practice Wednesday morning.
The FBI said they have a laptop, phone, and camera belonging to the 66-year-old gunman who is now dead. And they've spent a lot of time going through the white conversion van they believe he's been living in since arriving in Alexandria in March, and say that the two weapons found with the gunman, a handgun and a rifle, were legally purchased.
Fox's Peter Ducey. Congressman Steve Scalise remains in critical condition from injuries suffered in that shooting. President Trump set to clamp down on travel and trade with Cuba.
The new rules rolled out by the Trump administration are aimed at getting the regime to loosen restrictions on religious freedom and access to the internet for the Cuban people. It also calls for the release of political prisoners and restricts business that benefits the Cuban military.
Fox's Kevin Court. Fox News. We report, you decide.
660 AM. The Answer. We all know life can get crazy, and you're not always near a radio. But one thing is for sure, your phone goes everywhere with you. And now we can too. Download the 660 AM The Answer app to your phone and listen live wherever you go. If you miss any of the Mark Davis Show or the Wells Report, you can catch up whenever, wherever. Plus, dial the 660 AM The Answer studio directly from the app. And it's free. We make it easy to stay connected. Download our app now. 660 AM The Answer.
This is Jerry Bailey. What we do here on the Retirement Hour in our business is we help people protect and grow their money. Dottie, is that what we do?
Absolutely, Jerry. Helping people keep their retirement accounts safe.
Saving safe, their 401ks or IRAs. We're helping you do that right here on the Retirement Hour. We offer a free consultation for that. Dottie, don't you think they should come to see us at the office at Fort Worth or Dallas?
Absolutely. Have them come in. Let us go over everything we can do for them and how we can keep their money safe.
And why are you here today, Dottie?
I'm happy to join your team, and I am also a loyal client. I am so thrilled that I was able to be a part of it.
Give us a call, folks, at 972-358-4907, 972-358-4907, and we will be happy to meet you in Dallas or Fort Worth in one of our offices and show you how this plan works. This is Jerry Bailey inviting you to join me here on the Retirement Hour on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. and every Sunday morning at 6 a.m. right here on The Answer, 660 a.m.
At any time in Texas, it can feel like the change of the seasons. But I'll tell you what, as we work our way into springtime, Abacus Foundation has been serving North Texas with the highest quality foundation repair solutions for 17 years. And with a warmer temperature and additional moisture, oh my, the foundations can be rocking and rolling. So if you got cracks in the sheetrock or doors that are sticking, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000. These are the people I call. These are the folks who have been to my house. These are the folks who will not give you a foundation job you don't need, but will tell you exactly what's going on. Now, if you do need a new foundation, you got the Millennium Composite Pilings, the strongest, and folks at Abacus are the only folks offering it. And get this, $1,000 off any job with 10 pilings or more. AbacusFoundationRepair.com. Lifetime warranty, transferable, 972-406-9000, 972-406-9000, or AbacusFoundationRepair.com.
For windows, siding, doors, and more, it's Best Buy Windows and Siding.
One of the most common questions I run into out in the field is how can you sell your windows at these prices while these other guys charge an arm and a leg? There's a very simple answer. These big corporations have multi-million-dollar advertising budgets and massive overhead. Here at Best Buy Windows and Siding, we only do windows, and we do it very well and very efficiently. And most importantly to you, we do it very affordably. We offer 10 double-pane, single-hung windows installed for $39.50. Or 10 triple-pane, double-hung windows for $49.50, installed with a lifetime warranty. If you've been quoted $40,000 or $60,000, or I've even heard $90,000 for new windows, do yourself a favor and give me a call at 972-200-4485, 972-200-4485, or visit our website at bestbuywindowsandsiding.com.
Best Buy Windows and Siding.
This is Lanhee Chen of the Hoover Institution for townhall.com. As Americans, we are drawn together by so much more than what divides us. We have a common sense of purpose and destiny, and we wake up each day knowing how blessed we are to live in this remarkable country. Even as we are saddened by news of the shooting of House Majority Whip Steve Scalise and 4 others, including 2 Capitol police officers who were wounded while doing their jobs, we recognize that we as Americans must be about so much more than what separates us. We come together to celebrate the bravery of our first responders and marvel at those who place their lives on the line each day to protect the things we hold dear. And we come together in spite of the pettiness in politics to honor those who serve the public each day, selflessly and courageously. Now is a time for us to rise above our differences. Now is a time to elevate the tone of our public discussions and to remember that our fates are tied together as Americans. I'm Lan Hee Chen.
Do you have your tickets for Celebrate Freedom 27? It's your ticket for a day of unbelievable music from all of your favorite Christian artists, where you get to hang out with your friends and family and celebrate all the blessings in your life while singing and laughing and raising your hands and eating amazing food and watching your kids' face light up and hearing them say this is the greatest day ever and you made it happen for free. Whew, it's a big deal. So get your Celebrate Freedom tickets right now at any DFW area Interstate All Battery Centers, Care Now, Take 5 Oil Change, or Taco Casa location. You'll save $10 off parking.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer.
And now, America's #1 show on pop culture and politics. This is the Michael Medved Show.
And another great day in this greatest nation on God's green earth, a great day to move forward with the nation's business. President Trump made a fine initiative earlier today regarding apprenticeship programs and their importance and actually preparing people for the jobs we need. There's also talk about recalibrating our strategy under the direction of General Mattis in Afghanistan. It's very important. And we did get a poor American and a coma home from North Korea, and the Warm Beer family very lavishly thanked President Trump. Okay, there is stuff going on, but the nation is still reeling, the entire nation, from what happened yesterday with a friend of this show and a frequent guest on this show, the great Congressman Steve Scalise. He is in critical condition. He's had additional surgery today. The descriptions of his wound are alarming and disturbing. And the entire episode is, of course, deeply disturbing. Some of the debates about it have been disturbing and unnerving. My friend and colleague, John Podhoretz, editor of Commentary Magazine and a columnist for the New York Post, has a provocative piece that says this is a replay of the horrors of 1968. Is that true? 1968 was the year that Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. It was also the year that Senator Robert Kennedy, who was a presidential candidate, was assassinated, and I was there. We'll talk about 1968 and its relevance for today coming up with John Podhoretz. But first, I want to go to President Trump. And for the second day in a row, he actually spoke well about Congressman Scalise. He went with Melania last night to try to visit Steve Scalise. Apparently, he's not really in so much shape to take visitors. He's fighting for his life. And they did comfort Steve's wife, and Vice President Pence also went this morning. He's a former colleague in the House of Steve Scalise and offered his support. Here was President Trump speaking this morning.
It's been much more difficult than people even thought at the time. It's been, he's in some trouble, but he's a great fighter and he's going to be okay, we hope. I visited Steve and his family at the hospital last night, and I reassured them that the entire country is pulling for them, praying for them. And Steve, in his own way, may have brought some unity to our long divided country. We've had a very, very divided country for many years. And I have a feeling that Steve has made a great sacrifice, but there could be some unity being brought to our country.
I'm not sure sacrifice is the right word. I don't think he intended to be shot while he was practicing for the baseball game. One of the things that's very touching is tonight, both sides, both teams are all going to be wearing Louisiana State University jerseys. in honor of Steve Scalise. That was what he wore when he would play in these games. People wear their home jerseys or whatever they want to wear. They don't have official uniforms that says Republicans or Democrats. And everybody's going to be getting LSU jerseys in honor of Steve Scalise, who's a LSU alumnus. In any event, the one thing that you keep coming back to with this, it seems to me, is the idea that the crazed and evil killer who is dead, right before he began shooting, asked a question, are these Republicans or Democrats? And when he was told, yeah, they're Republicans, then something clicked in his mind. He said, then it's okay. They're less than human. It's okay to shoot them. Because this is one thing that I think we all have to wrap our heads around. There was one of our fellow citizens, a husband, hardworking guy apparently, politically active and involved on the far left, yep, but active and involved. And he could watch a group of middle-aged guys, congressmen, some there with their children, on a bright spring morning in June. And the guys are practicing for a charity baseball game. They're not doing anything that's questionable at all. And he can think, because these guys have an R after their name, they're worthy of death. That he is going to inflict the kind of unbelievable injuries that poor Steve Scalise has experienced. This is it seems to me, the most profound illustration of what's wrong in our politics. Is assuming that disagreements about things like healthcare and taxes and foreign policy, social issues, that all of these disagreements are so profound, they're so unbridgeable, that people who disagree with us are evil. They're worthy to be killed. President Trump, I think, rightly called us to take a different approach.
In these difficult hours, it's more important than ever to help each other, care for each other, and remind each other that we are all united by our love of our great and beautiful country.
Okay, that is a good reminder. And I wish that President Trump hadn't tweeted out this morning. But honestly, I think in the spirit of the times and trying to seize the opportunity, we all should, as a country, look beyond that. Some of the conversation that people had, and by the way, there's another positive thing that's happening. They're doing the first ever joint interview with Nancy Pelosi and Paul Ryan together from a Washington National Stadium, where they're going to actually have, this is CNN is doing it. They're going to be, and that's a good thing. And that's a positive thing. And some of the ongoing conversation with people talking about moving beyond this toxicity, it seems to me is important and appropriate. But in their editorial today, America's Lethal Politics, the New York Times still went back to the old well of replaying another episode where it simply wasn't true that conservatives were involved. In other words, what they're saying is, they do acknowledge this. They say not all details are known yet about what happened in Virginia, but a sickeningly familiar pattern is emerging in the assault. The sniper, James Hodgkinson, who was killed by Capitol police officers, was surely deranged, and his derangement had found its fuel in politics. Hodgkinson was a Bernie Sanders supporter and campaign volunteer, virulently opposed President Trump. He posted many anti-Trump messages on social media, including one in March that said, "Time to destroy Trump and company." And then they add this, and it's outrageous. Was this attack evidence of how vicious American politics has become? Probably. And then they say in 2011, Jared Lee Loughner opened fire in a supermarket parking lot, grievously wounding Representative Gabby Giffords and killing 6 people. including a 9-year-old girl. At the time, we and others were sharply critical of the heated political rhetoric on the right. Before the shooting, Sarah Palin's Political Action Committee circulated a map that showed the targeted electoral districts of Ms. Giffords and 19 other Democrats under stylized crosshairs. And then they had, after bringing that whole thing up, but in that case, no connection to the shooting was ever established. Not only that, but this Jared Lee Loughner was not a conservative. This is outrageous. They're comparing one guy who was politically very active, who actually worked in the Bernie Sanders campaign, who was very engaged, who said that Rachel Maddow was his favorite show. Now, of course, Rachel Maddow is scurrying away from that and not acknowledging it, saying we've gone through our correspondence and we haven't seen anything. We'll play you some of her comments a little bit later. See, what this is the New York Times saying the right is always to blame. The right is always blameworthy. The left is never to blame, because they are falling into this same trap, that the struggle between right and left is a struggle between good and evil. It isn't. Not in this country. Not now. And it can't be, because otherwise we will never make the kind of progress that we need to make as a country to make some of these things better. We will be right back with John Podhoretz. His provocative column recalls some of the real horrors: campus riots, urban riots, burning down whole neighborhoods, a country that really was engaged in bloodshed in 1968. Are we headed back in that direction? We'll get to that with your calls coming up.
The Michael Medved Show, michaelmedved.com.
This is Michael Medved for American Federal Rare Coin and Bullion. There are lots of on-air hosts recommending coin and precious metals dealers, but so often the companies that get recommended are new to the market, and they use hard sell tactics to talk you into coins that generate huge dealer commissions. Now, I lost faith in some of the big-name gold companies after I was sold a losing portfolio of rare coins. And then, purely by chance, I met Nick Rovich. He's the owner, in fact, and after talking with Nick, I realized this is a different sort of company. It really is. Nick doesn't believe in high-pressure scare tactics, and he's open about exposing the ugly industry practices so that clients can make informed decisions. If you're thinking of buying or selling gold, silver, platinum, or collectible coins, give them a call, toll-free, 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. And the first 50 callers will receive free copies of Nick's books, The Big Lies and Absolute Truth, and The Rare Coin Investor Guide. Go to AmericanFederal.com and mention my name, Michael Medved. Sooner or later, your vehicle will break down. If you're lucky, it'll be covered under the manufacturer's warranty. But after the warranty expires, something like a new engine or a new transmission could cost you over $5,000. Even a simple repair to a sensor can cost over $1,000. That's why I strongly recommend getting extended coverage from CarShield.com. CarShield makes the whole process so easy. You select your favorite mechanic or you get the work done at the dealership. There's no checks in the mail stuff or waiting for a reimbursement. CarShield gets the mechanic paid directly. CarShield's administrators even provide 24/7 roadside assistance and a rental car while yours may be in the shop. If your car is 3 to 12 years old, it doesn't mean you have to pay high repair bills. Get the ultimate protection against repair costs before it's too late. Call 800-CAR-6100. 800-CAR-6100 and mention the code MEDVED, or visit carshield.com and use the code MEDVED with an M to save 10%. A deductible may apply.
Make plans now to join Kathy DeWitt Dunn every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. for Safe Money Talk Radio. Kathy is the retirement planning and annuity expert. She has helped thousands of individuals and families